हमारे अंदर हो सके. थैंक यू सो मच डॉक्टर रुद्र रामेश्वर प्रसाद सर. प्लीज.
Thank you, Dr. Shubhangi ma'am and Dr. Sanjay, who is taking a wonderful initiative. I must congratulate the host, Government College, Mahakaushal Arts and Commerce, Jabalpur. So congratulations to the entire team of this event.
Thank you so
And
much.
I hope all the participants are enjoying all the sessions. So I'm here, I'm Dr. Rudra from Thapar Institute, Patiala, Punjab. So I would be taking this journey on different, topics of like what are the various, pedagogical methods in teaching and its development process in different models. So before going to the session, I would like to hear your challenges so that I can align my discussion examples with respect to that. Please type in chat window, and if you are interested in talking, chit chatting, then we can open. So I want much interactive. I want the session must be interactive from both the ends.
Okay, so it will be.
Yeah. So please share your challenges in teaching, because I can understood from your interested, your keen interest in these FDPs. Now and then, because of lockdown, we all are virtually connected. So thanks to the opportunity, thanks to the people organizers, that how we are. So I would like to hear from you. Please mention and use the chat window for the queries. Any questions so that I can start the session? Or what you have studied so far in this event? Dr. Shubhangi, could you comment that what are the topics you have covered in this FDP, so that there could not be any repetition, or could be repetition maybe different way?
Yes, there were the topics of preparing the course outlines, modern teaching methods, applications and teaching strategies, effective teaching styles, use of modern tools in teaching. Now, these were the topics we have.
These are the topics we have.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, no problem, guys. So, thank you, ma'am. So, let's go ahead, and I would request all the participants, please make a note of some of the important points, because that is the purpose. It is a live session, yes, no doubt. You may find the recording also from the event organizers. So, I would request all of you to make your own notes, synchronize yourself, and I will help you to understand this concept in much better way. So, I'm sharing the screen. Please confirm and make use of this screen chat window. Is this visible to you, everyone, guys? Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, screen is visible. Yes, sir.
Thank you. So guys, it is a very interesting topic. It close to my heart, developing teaching and techniques and research skills, because we are in the domain of teaching, we are in the domain of research. Every institutions would expect from the faculty like us to have excellence in teaching and research, so that we can give our research acumen, research knowledge, our learning to our students and faculty colleagues like you. So please do not hesitate. Please, I'm your friend. So please be with me. And if you have any suggestions or any doubt, please type in the chat window. I would happy to answer during the session also and after the session also. Okay. So guys, these are the very important and it is a very apt topic, pedagogical methods. So there are different pedagogical methods. So this could be, so let's understand what is the best pedagogical method is used during in the 21st century time, where it is useful for teaching. Conceptual themes are there, how to develop the concepts, how to develop the meetings that way. So guys, what is pedagogy? So pedagogy is one of the very important topic. So it is a word, Greek word taken pedagogos. So please understand, note down. So pedio in Greek is boy or child, and agogos is a leader. So you can see it is a combination of pedo and agogos is pedagogos, and further the refinement was made. This which we are using in calling is a pedagogy, right? So pedagogy means a school teacher and an educator. So you can see a school teacher and educator, which could be related to arts, science, teaching, especially for the children, basically, because we know that the evolution of the teaching and learning, came from arts, and scientifically, if you see, our brain is also like half half brain is more artistic, analytical, half brain is more, scientific and all these things. So the instruction in teaching methods. So pedagogy is nothing but the instruction in teaching methods. So whatever we are teaching, whatever the concepts we are delivering. So pedagogy these days is a very important skill, because every student, every teacher, every academician, every researcher should have their own pedagogy. Means way of communicating our teaching skills to our student, to the participants like you, like me, or any other. So any activity that imparts knowledge, that is pedagogy. So in a general term, if you see any activity that impart knowledge means exchanging the knowledge, giving one knowledge from the one high level. And the principle of science, energy is always flow from the high level to the low level, not from low to high. So that is the phenomenon. Excuse me. This is the general phenomena that we can understand, right? I've spent a lot of time in training, corporate training, faculty development program. So far, I have done more than 250 plus faculty development program. I have trained many people, many faculties like you. Some are doing wonderful jobs. Some are still doing research and all. So 25,000 plus 10 years, last decade, including various topics. So I've also learned from all of you guys that what is and how we can communicate in teaching. And please be with me, because this particular information, definitely I can guarantee, definitely it will be useful for your further session. Even you can transform your pedagogy skills whenever you go and enter into your class or connect it to this virtual platform. Because pedagogy is one thing which is unique and which is of yours, and which is giving the attention to the participants. Because if you have the good pedagogy, if you have good skills, understand, connect, make it connect is also in teaching method. So for me, in a local term, the pedagogy is a connect. I have conveyed my these skills, the learning, to the my students, to the participants, like this. Okay, so I hope the message is clear. What is pedagogy? So all these words came from the Greek word, and then the knowledge transformed, and now you see we are talking about the pedagogy. And now the government, Mahakoshal Government College of Arts and Commerce is thinking about something should be done. FDP should be done on the teaching skills, research skills, like this. Okay. So what is pedagogy? So in a defined way, so definition is here in front of you. Pedagogy is the art and science of teaching. It is important to understand how learning occurs. So how these learning occur? Teacher cannot just stand in front of you, talks about classroom, relying their knowledge, expectations, people to listen. Please do not encourage that people should listen you. If you have the power, definitely, just like a power to magnet to attract you guys, to attract to the classroom. That should be the one thing people expect in the classroom. Okay, so that is pedagogy. Teachers needs to bear in the mind of community, the people. Pupils come from how they learn, because students come here because you never know their background, you never know. So it is always a good practice. Pedagogy in another term is a good practice also, guys. Okay, so we will understand. And is it cognitive or kinesthetic? That is also that we need to. Cognitive means through thinking everything from the brain, thinking everything from whatever the neurons which are. You have seen, you can imagine, class 2 or 1 student, and you have experienced how the person is energetic, how he or she is creating, lot of imaginations work, sometimes it is unexpected beyond your imagination, sometimes it is happened or not. So that is his or her pedagogy to explaining the things. When we were kids also, we were also doing the same thing, right? So guys, this is the flow chart. Here you can see pedagogy. Please mute, organizers, please mute if somebody gets the disturbance. So this is the pedagogical flow chart, how it will work, let's understand. So whenever we prepare the content and prepare ourselves, how content is presented or delivered to learners, so that you can see. Then this is how content is presented or delivered to the learners. So that is in between is a pedagogy, that is the instruction of giving the task. The other one is connect with assets that are needed to present the content. So connects with the assets, whatever the information you have that is needed to be present with that content. So to present that content. After this is pull together these assets to create a cognitive psychology based on the learning process. So whenever this information come and adds and your cognitive, your neurons, your brain neurons will add on some other information. Sometimes you have seen that you want to add something, but something is not click at that moment, right? So something is not click that moment. So how you can take up those things? Then you think for a short while, maybe a few seconds, maybe a few minutes like that. Then you can add on into that content, right? So that is this is all about pull together these assets to create cognitive psychology. Let me check who is
Professor Rudra, please unmute your.
okay. Thank you.
So,
Yeah, thank you. Please mute everyone except me. Okay, thank you. So guys, as I was talking about, whenever you connect and prepare some content and how the content is presented, delivered to the learner, that is your strategy. Okay. So now you have not delivered the content. You understand this pedagogy insights. Okay. I will help you to make you understand. Then after this, you connect some idea, okay, some background, partially background or some full background you must be having related to that content, and your experience could be that. Okay. Now this area is very much important. This area where you can see, let me take some yes, let me take this spotlight. Yes, let me take this spotlight. I hope it is visible. Okay, so pull together these assets to create cognitive psychology based learning processes. So here the learning process starts, because put together something, these assets, because learning is an asset, it has some IP, intellectual property also, because you have made it or you made something like this. Okay, so that is put together these assets to create cognitive psychology. Cognitive psychology means everything is related to and connected to your cognitive science, means brain. Cognitive here area is related to something related to your brain. Okay, so that creates some impression in your mind that, okay, no, something is missing and something I want to add it into that process. Okay, so this is the process. Afterward, then this process starts evaluation of the learning process, whether it is working correctly, so that you can understand evaluating process whether it is working correctly. That is really important. and then we need to understand that, right? And this particular process is also uh, going back to the preparation content, because suppose anything you have found out that okay, something is missing, right? Something is missing. It is really essential for everyone to understand what content is required. You know, I do not know. Dr. Padma, please mute yourself. It is very difficult, you know, in Zoom sometimes, you know, people start acting. Anyway, so guys, I hope this chart is clear to all of you that how the content is presented, delivered, then content ads, then giving the, you know, some cognitive psychology based learning evaluation of it. Then if something is missing, and if it is working correctly, that is okay. If it is not working, again you have to prepare. So this is the entire flow chart, revolves like clockwise, you know, preparing content. So pedagogy is changing, you know, nothing is fixed in this pedagogy, right? So that is there. So I hope it is clear to you. Now come back to the, let me just a minute. Yeah. So is the study of the being a teacher or the process of what is pedagogy? So that term is the study of being a teacher or the process of teaching. So teacher is the medium basically. Okay, it is the process of teaching. Okay, teacher is a person who contains knowledge, learning. So you can say in the entire process, teacher is a trainer is a medium to, you know, pass on the information. So if you see in the second point, is an applied science of a physical nature or whose object of the study is education. So that is true. Also provide guidelines for planning, implementing, and evaluating teaching and learning processes. Contribution and influences of the various sciences. So that as a contribution, because every teacher contribute in an area. No teacher is perfect. So similarly, pedagogy is also not perfect, but let's understand what is pedagogy. Because I have seen many people that do not, you know, differentiate in the way of practicing their, you know, scholarship, their, you know, pedagogy, their learning style, their learning practice, their delivery practice. There is delivery mechanism, and I can add and I can fold it up on these areas, right? But pedagogy, this is one of the theme of your, you know, session. So that's why I'm concentrating. Let's understand what is pedagogy. Okay. So importance of pedagogy in teaching is really essential, because if you have no unique pedagogy or pedagogy is absent in teaching, I can also write importance of in teaching. So that is general, that is generic. But if I add one word pedagogy, importance of pedagogy in teaching, you know, could beautify this area. It can understand, it can involve many other areas also. So because pedagogy is something experience, you know, experiential way to, you know, communicate the things to the my students. So number one point is improved quality of learning. So because many people, they do not know how to learn, you know, that is also, so this is also important, because until and unless you will not learn, how you will deliver, you know, that we know that. Yes, Pratik, you want to say something? Please type in the chat window. Pratik, you have raised the hands. Yes, I will come back to this. Let me complete this one. If I will answer all the question, then the message would be there, but not in a sequential way. So example, how do we better method for delivery? Yes, that is the session is all about. Depend on kind of a student. It is not a kind of a student, because your pedagogy should not be fixed for whole one hour session or two, because you have to take care of everyone. You have to control, because one mind is controlling many minds, right? So it should not, because framing of the question is also important, right? Kind of students, there could be a, you know, some mischievous student in the class, there could be a very sincere student in the class. So if we can quantify this thing, but for a teacher, every student is unique, ethically, technically, legally, whatever you want. I hope it is clear, and I will answer this question. Thank you very much. I will take up these questions further also. Okay. So improved quality of learning is important because it has the connection with that. Because quality is always good, because I teach subjects in operations area like total quality management. So quality is up to then. There is always a scope by the companies, by as a professor in our equipment, because today okay I am giving some 98%, tomorrow I will definitely give, I should give 99%. So that is the way there is always a scope for quality improvement. And that's why these days Japanese companies and Honda companies, like they are now talking about Six Sigma, 6 Sigma, 8 Sigma kind of thing, where 99.999 some variations. So that is the scope of improve. Same case also in the learning also, right? Second point is students more receptive during the learning session. So that is also important, because if your pedagogy is very unique, quality based, then definitely student would remain in your class. If few students are coming, tomorrow other student will come, because those students, those who are attending the class, they will pass on this message through their medium, whether it is a gossip, whether it is a journal conversation, whether it is a classic, class participation, whatever you cover. But your message would definitely go if your lecture has the power to go and make the things happen, right? So that is the students more receptive during the learning session. It also helps importance of the pedagogy teaching, we can understand, it improve the student participation. So I already covered this, right? Because today suppose 4 students are coming in your class, okay, and you are more scared, you are having some headache also, why students are not coming. A student would definitely come if you change your importance of the pedagogy in teaching. Tomorrow, suppose you were doing X, today you do something Y, tomorrow you will do something Z, like this. So that is the way. It is not like that in the same. I've seen many faculties, I've trained many faculties. Sometimes their thinking process is the same way. Whatever you can say positive sign, they will look at everything in a negative sign. So I think God can help them. Okay, God can help them. And everything they want like this, okay. Because if they are not giving the input, how they can expect them? That is a simple, formula. Okay. So it helps important. So that's why I'm giving you some examples also in between so that you can better understand. Knowledge imparted effectively across a spectrum of learning. So knowledge imparted, whatever they way, suppose, aggressive student is sitting in the class and your pedagogy is very much important. Who knows that after getting your lecture, the particular disturbed student who is very much aggressive will be calm, maybe after 10 days, maybe after 15 days. And it has happened actually. I have also tackled many aggressive students with a very calmness, very polite way. I invite the people. I can deliver, extra session to those students, special, session like. So that is the way of, pedagogy in the teaching. It is not like that you have done, okay, my job is over, let him go. And even online period time also, many teachers, what they have done, they are sending the links through WhatsApp. I'm totally against with this, because sending a link, I think link is already available on YouTube. These days, 80 to 85% students want to learn from YouTube channels, not from the, because YouTube channel is only 4 or 5 minutes video. If that solves the purpose, there is no need of a teacher. Don't you think so? Then this webinar and this, FDP is not having any sense, isn't it? But if we are the heroes, if we are the true professionals, true teacher, our pedagogy is breakthrough, I think we can impart the knowledge effectively and create the spectrum of learners. The last one is development of higher cognitive skills in students. So it also creates the, it is a benefit, it is a benefit. It also creates the development of higher cognitive skills. My pedagogy forced the students or group of the students in the class to think uh, at different level, means higher level, cognitively. It helps my students to learn faster. It helps my students to grow faster, to communicate well. These days, many people are full of degrees and this blah, blah, right? But they are failed in delivery. Most of the teachers, they are the forced teachers for me. They are the, because teaching was not their choice. If you ask me, Pudha sir, what was your choice? It was my first choice. And I have made it, I'm meeting, and I'm participating, in these professional talks like this, right? So your lecture should be in that way which is being expected, which is never imagined. Or rather, I can give you, one very popular example in a very simple line. You surprise your participants. Here, I do not know what is your background. You could be full of you have already retired, or you are in the mid age of your career of teaching, but teaching something, is, make a connect with your participant. That is teaching for me. And I think you should also feel proud that, okay, something you have done great. That is what I must appreciate that, congratulate you, right? So that is this. So let's move ahead. I hope you had the good understanding of this. Here is also, you can see, uh, here you can also see these are the factors affecting the pedagogy, because there could be, factors. So far we were discussing about the different parameters. What is the importance of the, pedagogy? So learning style of a student, because many students, they learn very fast. Many students, they gossip. Many students, they shout in the class. Many students, they do, some mischievous things which are not accepted by the teachers or administration. So these are the factors affecting the pedagogy, learning style of the student. That is yes or no. Please type yes if you are agreeing. Please be with me while, I'm delivering the session. You stay connected through chat. I will take up these chats at some point, So that is it. The other point is additional resources. Because if you have many things, it is just like that. You are hungry and you have been presented something for you to eat, right? And after that, many people, came and they said, okay, these are the additional things you want to eat. What will happen? Again, the factor will affect. Okay, availability of the additional resources, because you have seen many people, those who have the additional resources, do you think that they are doing the best job? No. Answer is no, big no. Because they are not lively with their, profession. They are not connecting with their profession. Those who have everything, do you think that they are the richest people? No. Nobody can recognize. For quite some time, the people may recognize by the unknown world, otherwise not. So that is true, also applies here as well. Educational system. Educational system is also fair. What kind of educational system you are working with? It is too clerical. If it is too clerical, I think teaching and research is nightmare. That you have to think. So educational system, some are mediocre colleges, some are mediocre universities, some are, very good, some are good in this. If you go in IITs, you will find all the exceptional things like that. So that's why IITs are IITs, and a small college or any small universities, because educational system also affects the pedagogy. Trainer is good, full of, but still, trainer is exceptional. I do not need anything. Only my knowledge is create the magic. And many people are, I'm also a corporate trainer. So it depends upon, to make the connect and to make the things happen. Another is competence of the instructor. Competence again is skills, expertise, material content for a person or by the person, that okay, full day can talk about only one topic, because he has or she has the experience, competence to deliver the particular task, right? Isn't it? If you are disagreeing, please type disagree. If you are agreeing, please type agree. At least you can involve, and that is a motivation to me to get connected with you. Otherwise, it is a one-way traffic. That is okay, it's okay, it is my duty. But yes, the duty should be more enjoyable, because we are building the relationship, right? We are building the relation. We belongs to the same community, isn't it? So that is the idea. And the last point, last factor affecting the pedagogy is field of study. What section, what area of the study you are there. Suppose you are a professor of psychology, but you are talking about mathematics, you are talking about, I should give the example, marine engineering. So field of study is something. So up to certain level you can speak out, but I think in a core pragmatic manner, in a more cognitive manner, in a more psychological manner, I think you can't make the difference. So that is the factors affecting the pedagogy. So if you want to control, and if these factors are not affecting it, but we should understand, we should know this, that what are the factors affecting the pedagogy. I think this question was coming in our mind, sir, okay, you made What is pedagogy? Okay, these are the things important. Okay, but another question linking, so I'm giving you the answer because I have designed this presentation according to pedagogy. Okay, so these are the guys types of pedagogical approaches. One is the constructive approach, reflective approach, collaborative approach, integrative approach, and inquiry based approach. So these are the guys types of pedagogical approaches. Constructivist approach. Constructivist approach means something you made, made 2, 3 things and put together, that is constructive. Some, did you remember creativity and innovation people talk about, right? People file the patent, people write, publish many great articles in leading journals, leading top journals in the world. We are waiting, recently one of my publication came after 2.5 years. So I waited, invested time for 2.5 years to get it through in the more than impact factor 4.54, 4.54, that was the impact factor. So we have to invest the time, we have to be more patient. So that is the same idea also applies. Pedagogical approach means something, constructivist approach means you involve many things, 2 things, make the things happen, right? Reflective approach means whatever you are, be genuine. Reflective approach. Do not make the, some like actor, like some whatever actor you can call, like, Michael Jackson. Don't become the Michael Jackson. So it depends upon reflective approach. What you are, that is only thing required. Don't be make a duplicate, person. Okay, don't be a second person of your own identity, right? So that is collaborative approach. Collaborative approach means suppose you are expert in one area, you invite student, you invite colleagues, make the things happen. That is one of the pedagogical approach. I use this collaborative approach in my classroom. What I call it is a team teach. So sometimes, idea comes like once, twice in a month or thrice in a month, I generally do this. I invite the student and not by force, with the volunteer basis. Then I invite my students to deliver that section, my students, collaborative approach. So that we need to understand that it is a teamwork. Okay, guys? And I hope you understand collaborative approach means you collaborate with your student, you collaborate with your colleagues, you can invite other experts also, experts like me. Okay, sir, you come 10-15 minutes, let's have a chit chat. Because some flavor is also required, some additional skill, some additional boost. I should say boost is required in your pedagogical approach. That is collaborative approaches. Whatever you have, whatever the resources you have, whatever the research acumen you have, whatever the research styles you know, whatever the pedagogical other styles you know. Like suppose you are interested in regular, okay, today I will teach through Google Classroom. Okay, just go ahead with that. What is the problem? But delivery should be top notch. There should not be any excuse for whatsoever XYZ. So that is the integrative approach. Whatever you know genuinely, please speak, please talk humbly, please talk passionately, please use and make the empathetic communication with your student and teacher. Suppose you are not taking any lecture or anything, please inform the students. Okay, you ask them to do some other activity. Maybe think peer share. I generally follow the think peer share means I invite my students. I can say, okay, you think for a minute, write something, whatever the ideas are. Then you divide your group in this classroom in your pairs. You select your partner, group partner. Okay, then after that, okay, you write something. Then share your views, cross-sector. So you see so much power I can create in the class. Like integrative approach. Inquiry-based approach means question-based approach. You ask the students question, some relevant questions. Maybe because questions can be any, but it is always good to align and ask the questions from the theme of the delivery. Inquiry based approach, because that is important, because that instigate the participant, audience, students in a different way. It could be anything. It motivates, it boosts sometimes to know, okay, why my professor asked. Okay, it is that some students, they are not, or participant not responding in the class, but that particular question in the mind, you already best fit into in his or her mind. While eating the breakfast, sometime the student is thinking about you. And after that, he is sending the email, okay, professor, I like the question, and here is the answer. So, that is the way, but you have to give the comfort to this. So these are the type of pedagogical approaches one should use to understand. This is the importance of pedagogical knowledge. But why? What is the importance of pedagogical knowledge? So you can see here, a person with a background in pedagogy should be able to answer this question. So if you are expert in this area, probably you can answer or you can try. How will you get and keep the students' attention? Just with your background, just you make some story, you can engage. Don't, bombard. I have seen many teachers, they just try, they started, okay, today student, today topic is this. Okay, they start like, so you have to give some 2-3 minutes, there is no harm. And that is the world is. These days, many mediums are available for the students learning. Student, why the student will come to my class if I'm not creating any magic in the class? Okay. So that is this. So how will you get and keep the students' attention based on your pedagogy? How much time should you spend talking and how much time should the students spend in practices? That is all. So if you make and follow the balance approach in this, I think you can do the wonders. You will get 90% likes. Today's time is a time of Facebook, Instagram, likes. Those days gone when people talk about, so like is okay, that is okay. It should be okay kind of thing. Do not expect many things from you. Others, it is as simple. It should be very liberal, It should not be like forcing kind of thing. Teachers are not police of the classroom. Okay, why you have done this? I have seen many teachers. So that's why these trainings, these webinars, these FDPs are really important, because how the world is transforming, we need to understand. We have to come out from our old format. When our teachers were making the stick guard, okay, you have to do this, you have to do that, right? Let me check this. Right, so we'll enrich our knowledge. Yes, Dr. Prasanta, thank you. So it will learn our knowledge. Spending, how much time should we spend talking? Talking you can design, because you should not say to the student, I'm giving you some practices also while during delivery. You make use of them, definitely the positive results. I can guarantee you will get definitely the positive results. First of all, you have to keep your audience a friend, so that they can speak, take you very seriously, take you very calmly also, take you very friendly also. Those days gone, guys. I'm telling you very friendly. Those days gone. What we were there. Please do not expect from your kids, from your student. Okay, I never expect from my son also, my daughter also. I said, okay, you grow yourself, but you study well, you take interest. That is the only thing as a parent I can say to my kids and to the other kids also. Something should not be forcing, Okay, today if they do not have the time to and not putting their heart in the practice, it's okay. Next day they will definitely they will do. You involvement, you invite with the chocolates, kachori or pakoda, samosa, whatever you can call, right? But something make the connection. If this connection you have made the very correct perfectly, I think rest of the circuit is yours. I'm basically electrical engineer, so I understand that if your circuit plan is okay, I think you can do the wonders. So I hope the message is clear in the second point. And how much time should students spend practice? So okay, something is left out in the class, please ask them, okay, please email me, please share your views. That's it. Views could be wrong, views could be right, and then you correct it. Then you are also practicing. So like, I will show you something very interesting. Like, I'm using it, and I'm benefiting a lot. There is no disturbance of phone. There is no disturbance of personal meeting, because if the traffic is managing through email, and if we know and the other party know, there is no need. Why should I waste my time? Why should I waste my students' time? It is a part of pedagogy. Another method is, will your method works? Yes, certainly. If you do something better, definitely your method will work. So one method is, pedagogy is not working. Think differently. Take some sheets in your classroom. Do not write anything on board. Take some sheets on classroom, just like whatever we conduct the test. You can give something, okay, you write something, or you draw something, okay. You allow their creativity. I always allow my students to do fun in the class also. Okay, today you are not interested, not means your mood is not there. It's okay. So 2-3 times you do, definitely they will study on the 4th time because their mind already crossed that particular thing which they were desire, isn't it? Because their desire was there to take some bunk class or some 2-3 fun classes like that. Then that is over. Then you can do whatever you, and they will be calm. You will be calm. Then definitely the good learning, knowledge, everything will be. So that is the one thing which I would like to share, and it is the whatever I'm sharing with you. I'm sharing my pedagogical knowledge or practices approaches which we are using. Okay, so that depends upon, or you should be well enough to tackle their respective queries also. That is there. Sometimes students are hesitating. I have to deal with my female students. I have to deal with my male students. So sometimes we have to be first friend of themselves, but there should be a line. I'm not saying that you cross every line, okay, or you make just like handshake and all. Student, teacher is teacher, but in way of communication, you are friend. So you have to pass this message whenever your batch comes into picture. And if some student is troubling you, suppose, and he or she could not understand, then you can take these pedagogical knowledges in a different way, okay, and you allow very politely, okay, student, dear student, please write an email. I'm happy to answer. So the query will not be there. There will be no further, blood pressure, further headache like this. You will enjoy that. And if a student is not able to write that email, you remind that student again, okay, beta, you gave what you were talking about, please do email, I will reply. So likewise, you make some engagement and you can do wonders also. The fourth point is, how will you structure class to ensure that students have during class to improve their fitness levels also. So I think here is the answer I've already given. So you have to divide the class in groups, you invite them, you allow them to write on chits, PowerPoint presentation. You can invite the students, okay, to use the mobile phone just to do the constructive things. But first of all, our duty is to allow them. We have to be not strict. If you have to strict, then you can see you are completing your duty, but the student physically is sitting in the class, but mentally thinking about something else. Okay, today I will go to this and that shop, I will interact, I will play some basketball or something like that. Or I will only chit chat today, I will go for a video game or something. Because the students have many things to do. When we were there, there was no internet connection. When I was there, I was blessed to have some access of internet in the IIT Kanpur or some other place. But you can see now the entire model is changed actually. Now the teaching and everything is in the windows. You can see the mobile phone, whatever the mobile phone, that is also a mini computer. We can do anything like PowerPoint presentation, office is there, write an email, what not we are not doing with that. So the model is changing. So we have to change this model mentally also in our mind as a teacher, as a trainer, as a practitioner, knowledge practitioner, I should say. So I'm using this word, a knowledge practitioner. Okay. And the last point is, how will you motivate a student to engage in a physical activity outside of the school setting and make appropriate nutritional selection? So that is also true. You allow them, okay, you ask the students, what I do whenever a student do, nuisance in my class, I ask the student, okay, now you go out, take a fresh breath, take a water, go to urinals and make a round of this entire building and then come back. And exactly my students are doing. So why I'm doing, what is the method? This is also pedagogical because the student mind is not allowing technically to sit calm to listen professor in the class and make a note or something like this. Okay. So what I'm doing exactly, I insisted my student to go out, take a glass of water because water will help to get the hydrated body, everything. The person or the student feel happy, not feeling sleepy, isn't it? Then going to washroom, okay, go, then you relax, because our body is also biological, biological. So that could be, you understand biological, okay? That is also there. Then I am allowing my student to go and walk on foot, his foot, then go his or her foot, okay, you go take a round of the entire building and come back and sit in the class. So what I have done in this entire steps, I have break the hierarchy. I have break that whatever thing the student was planning. It is very practical. I think hope you are also doing, and you have your own best method. That is also okay. But if you are not doing it, you can do it also. So that is the motivation. Go, okay, eat something. Okay, if you are going to have some juice also, okay, bring one bottle for me. Okay, I'll pay for it. That is okay, because we have to be very much conversant. Sometimes it is like that. We have to first become the friend in terms of our conversation, motivate the student. That definitely student will come, and you can see the same student. Same student understand. If the student will not come again, that is the penalty automatically, because that particular content which was delivered by the professor in the class, that will not be delivered again, or the particular student have no access. And suppose video is available, what the video can change the make the magic. You understand? So that in itself the penalty. Many students ask me, sir, why you are allowing the students to go? Even I can go. I said, okay, you can also. So that is the importance of pedagogical knowledge. Go some nutritional, some selection. Okay, bring some some orange juice or some other guava juice. Okay, real banana juice, whatever you can go, because canteens are available in every college. If nothing is available, you ask them. Okay, you can just take a glass of water, because water is available that I can give, and hope you can see. Right? Anyway, please do not please do not scribble on the let me uh, disable annotation for this. Let me check. Disable annotation for others. Yes. Now people should not write. They can't write. Anyway, so I hope that these questions are clear, guys, isn't it? Sorry. Yes. Vivek Kumar Mishra, please go to the title and please take some interest. I understand topic you do not know, okay? Or you have joined late, so you can request them, so not an issue, okay? This is a very interesting topic. You are a teacher, Vivek Kumar, you are a teacher or a student or a student? Quickly type, because we are in short of time. Okay, meanwhile you can type, okay, no problem. So guys, the topic is critical pedagogy. So this is also very interesting pedagogy, which is used in teaching to help the students question and challenge domination and the beliefs and practices that dominate them. Okay, it tries to help the students become critically conscious. So that is also there. As a teacher, we need to have a critical, a high loaded critical pedagogy is also a teaching approach which attempts to help student questions. So because you remember that inquiry based approach here, it has some connection with that. Okay, so this is the student question and challenge domination and the beliefs and the practices that dominate them. It tries to help the student become critically conscious. So in our case, we are talking about you and the communities you do and will work with them. Right? So that is the way how the critical pattern. So in general time, it is a teaching approach which is based on the and help the students to answer the questions and challenging domination also, the beliefs, practice, and whatever. Okay. These are the characteristics of critical pedagogy. The following is the list of goals and methods that critical pedagogy tries to bring into the education. And we bring community practice is one topic. Please note down. That is very good. Many people they are doing research also. Community of practice. Community means teachers community, and we are practices. Suppose I have learned anything, I am sharing with my colleague. The particular colleague has learned something, okay, sharing with me. So it is a community of practice. What we are delivering to our students. Okay, one topic is delivered by somebody. So the objective of this pedagogy is method of the education is to empower the student and help them and help themselves also. Help my students also, help myself also. So that's why them help themselves. And I'm motivating and nurturing because that is the duty of the teacher or a trainer or a facilitator. These days, one word is the facilitator. Even teachers name this title also. We are more practitioner, we are more facilitator because we are facilitating the system, isn't it? So that is the aim is to deliberate or liberate the students from the operation. So operation is there, so that is the characteristic of the critical pedagogy that is really important. These are the guys key concepts of critical pedagogy. Please go through or note down some of these things. So because I think I should be fast some bit because otherwise it is very difficult. I can full day talk about. Okay. Learning through discourse. So this is one of the concept of critical pedagogy, critical consciousness. So guys, these are the areas basically. These are the areas where we need to fix another, faculty development program where I can take up these things. But for a while, short while, you can see whatever reflection is could be the direct honesty, whatever please speak. Okay, student voice empowerment. That is also listen the students. That is the idea. That is a critical value because you have seen that you are in flow of your discussion and suddenly one student raised that, ma'am, sir, this is this. So how to tackle that question? Student, teacher, strict teachers generally strict and ask the student, okay, sit down. Okay, you come to me on last one. And why are you asking? It is irrelevant question. So these kind of things. So we have to come out from this particular kind of dialogue in the classroom or even outside the classroom also. Because outside the classroom also your teacher is there, your student is there. So your place is not the make any change, right? Two bodies are there, teacher and a student. And if you will not listen to the student, definitely student will put a bad remark or bad feedback, and will some feedback taken by the college or something. So that is there. So it is better to listen the students, and that is the most difficult job. We are in a more complex, complex business these days. Because we have to do many tasks even suppose 100 email came, then students are expecting 100 email replies and I have to do it. Even I am doing it also. There is no excuse, okay, how I will do and I will reply, because students are the students. And as a teacher's responsibility is my duty to reply each and everything in a more conducive way. It is not like that I am in the fighting mode. Okay, how should I? Suppose there is a one reply, then I can mark. That is I can do this. Suppose there is a one reply to all the student, I can mark and save my time. But if there are other students and different, suggestions or many things, so like you can understand. So these are the key concepts of critical pedagogy. So I've taken few which you can better understand. Acknowledgement of emotional nature. Acknowledgement of emotional nature. There you can see socialist vision, revolutionary agenda, hegemony. That is also there. Historical context, right? Honoring lived experience, whatever a student has experienced, whatever the teacher experienced, please share. Please share your award. Please share your whatever honoring lived experience with the students. That is also critical because you are much more deeper in the particular section. Only teacher has decided today I will discuss only these things, not anything related to the subject. Because these days, students' curiosity is also very high. They want to achieve everything in a very short span of time. You took, 20 years, I took it. But these students, these chairs, they want to wait for 20 years. Even they will wait for 2 years. That is also okay. I hope you admit this fact. They want to just pack up the things, mug up the things, clear the degree, everything, and go for job. So that is this. So why we are thinking and looking our lens in the same way? So that is the critical pedagogy. These are the traditional teaching practices. Please look at. Please read out. Please read out by your own. Yeah, I've already covered at this point, Balia and P. I've already, so I will assist you at later on explaining on expectations from the student. Expectations are many. Please fulfill one or two expectations. Definitely, you will get the third expectation of the students. That I can guarantee over this call. At least fulfill one expectation. You ask directly, make a first direct dialogue with the student. Okay, what you want? Why you are in my class? You listen properly, give time, invest time. If you invest the time, definitely you will get all this, and then you can apply this critical critical pedagogy. You can see, you can go for reflection, you can go for direct honesty, you can go for any reconceptualizing literacy. You can reconceptualize the same idea given a different packet to the student, to the audience, the same thing in a different graph. People will love it definitely. So that is the critical pedagogy. So these are the key concept of critical pedagogy. You can use all, you can use, and there is a huge list also. So I found these are the key concept of critical pedagogy. I hope you got the answer. So let's proceed. Traditional teaching practices.
No, I think my question is that, like when I'm applying the critical pedagogy techniques and I'm using different approach with my student, I know that those things you mentioned, this is a part of not a really critical pedagogy. This is even we use in traditional teaching. Like what is the specific expectation from the student? How should they react? How do I find? How I can confirm? How can I confirm myself? Yes, the techniques I'm using is really implementing. It is really a two-way communication happening with the students. So maybe that is my question. I'm sorry to come back to you.
And you ask a very good question because please mute the mic. Please mute the mic. Yes, thank you. So your question is valid because how I will check whether I'm using the critical pedagogy. So coming to the answer to this question is, you can go for feedback session. You can invite, prepare some question and circulate to the students in the class. And you can go and evaluate your critical pedagogy based on the traditional practices, because generally it is a quite cumbersome problem to our students, that and sometimes we feel that okay, one feedback is okay. So when you are using these critical pedagogies, here you can see focus on the holistic function of the education. It could be political, it could be multidimensional. In traditional practices, we only talk about the subject that is unidimensional. Critical pedagogy is multidimensional. You ask them, okay, what did you see yesterday? What you ate in your meal in the last night? It could be anything like this. And you can engage them, you can ask them, then you can slowly nurture and put your whatever the step you would like to address. And that is the way. And for monitoring these things, your question is valid. There you can go for some like rubric you have to prepare. So there is another session is required for rubric. What kind of question I should put in the feedback, isn't it? So you are good and following these practices. I'm really happy that you are using these critical pedagogies in traditional as well as in critical, or it is a mix. But feedback system is must. So in that case, what you can do if you want to save the time, you can prepare 5 questions related to the dialogue which you have made in the critical pedagogy and ask directly from the student. They will fill it up. And based on that, you can have the okay. You can feel that okay, whether it was up to your expectation or whether it is something less than your expectation or it is beyond your expectation. And give last question is a one box. You allow the student to prepare some qualitative feedback. Don't put yourself every question in 1 2 or Likert scale 1 to 5 or 5 to 10, whatever. You allow one last question to express and give the long space into that so that a student can write. So from that particular box, you may able to find that critical pedagogy is functional, it is really working in the classroom, or it is not really working in the classroom. I hope I have answered the question. So monitoring, close monitoring is.
No, I get some point. Yeah. No, thank you for your feedback.
Yes. Feedback is one thing. Another is you can go to the interview. You can conduct some interview. You invite 5 students in your room, in your office room. You You allow them to sit in the classroom, then ask them, okay, what did you find interesting about my teaching yesterday? Okay, so that you can note down, okay, some keyword, maybe some sentence like that. So that is a direct feedback, because a student is coming and telling you. Or you invite the CR, class representative, that is also good. So you allow the students, okay, please come to me in my office by so and so time, and you ask and talk in your friends what I should go, whether I'm going too fast, whether I'm going too slow, whether I'm talking something sensible, whether I'm something is not talking, it is nonsense, like this. So please be fair and use these words. Don't feel shy. And they will tell you what is the problem. Okay, so because we are there, if we will not listen, where these students will go? If they will go to the top management, definitely in the form of some complaint. And top management is also thinking that, okay, some students are coming, it means something is went wrong with these students, isn't it? So why to allow our student to go to the higher authorities to write nasty emails or something here and there? Better to allow them, talk to these people, resolve the problem, take the feedback. So these are the difference between. So you made a very good point. Thank you very much for the question. These are the teacher centered, now student centered. So now we have to shift from the left to the right. So this is, please remember, we have to shift from the teacher centered approach to the student centered approach. Teacher is authority. Teacher was authority. Now teacher is a facilitator. Isn't it? Please note down this important point. This is really useful for you to revive yourself, make a new avatar of your teaching body. Teacher is an expert, no doubt. Teacher is by default is expert. But now for student centric approach, teacher is a guide. I'm guiding something. I could guide better. I could guide outstanding my students. So these are the different dimensions. So on the teacher centered, teacher delivers knowledge. That is by default, yes, certainly we are talking about knowledge. But here student explores a range of sources. I hope you are getting the answer in this slide. Student receives knowledge in the teacher centered approach, but in student centered approach, student has choices and say in what he or she learns, isn't it? Rigid role of desk, different roles, teacher centric. Many teachers are sitting, students are coming. They have fear also not to talk. Now a student centered approach is learning activity. Involve these people in your projects. I involve my students to assist me in writing. So I'm developing their writing skills. So just little bit we have to change some pedagogy. One of my PhD scholar is there. So initially she was too much furious and have some fear also. And then finally she decided, sir, I want to collaborate with you. So I've given full freedom to work with me in one of the research projects. Even I can show you, I will show you after this. Okay, please remind me. So likewise, slowly things you do, but it will never happen in one day, happen in 4 or 5 months, because things will take time. Every student is not same, their expectations are not same. But we can meet their expectation, that we can. Rote learning and recall, that is teacher centered. Whatever they have their classroom, whatever they are coming to in the classroom. Okay. Many teachers these days, please, I'm sorry to say, please do not take everything on your heart. Many teachers are talking and discussing some old concepts also, which has some bit of relevance in today's time, but not much. So what they need to do? They need to do to revive the things, to prepare their PowerPoint presentation to different content, which is because now knowledge is also increasing now. So so rote learning days gone, recalling those days gone. Now the time is there to give the flexibility to allow the student. Now our student teachers connection is related to their job. What the company wants from my student. I should train my student. Then the student will realize me and come back to me after getting the degree also. So that is also very much important. So we have to make a shift from teacher-centered approach to the student-centered approach. Focus on testing and grades. Focus on testing and grades are also required. teacher center. But today, ongoing formative assessment, these days you can talk to CBSE, our Central Board of Secondary Higher Education, New Delhi, they are coming up, PT1, PT2 concept. The world is changing. Periodic test, PT1 is periodic test 1, periodic test 2. Those days gone when we were there, when I was a student, there was only unit test, I still remember, then half yearly exam, then final year exam. Job done, year is over, academic year is over. But these days, many things are, internet is there. Very good practitioners are also there. Sometimes, I love the teaching of many mentors. I'm the student in their class. Sometimes, I request them, okay, can I sit in class? Like this, So we have to come out first of all from this hierarchy. If we are able to stop this hierarchy, I think we can do wonders. Teacher-centered is power and control. Here you can see. But student-centered approach is try. Today's talk will change your methodology, and you should change. If you will not change, definitely you will be the sufferer one, because the time is competitive. Foreign teachers are coming. We have to prepare ourselves to net to these people, and that's why government of Mahakaushal, this institute who is organizing, so that's why I appreciate it. These kind of talks are required, very much relevant. Only one seminar, one FDP will not solve the purpose. We have to inculcate all these things in our practices. If in true sense we are following it, I think we are doing a wonderful job. So teaching versus facilitating, here is the answer. What is the difference between teacher and the facilitator? Same case teaching, same case facilitating. So most subject area teaching the student measurable outcome at the end. But facilitating involves the student to discover by themselves. You can ask them, उससे बात कीजिए, उनको क्या चाहिए, उनको क्या करना है, where you want to help, आप उनको help कर सकते हैं, isn't it? So that is the persona that we have to build up in the mind of the students. Critical pedagogy, some examples are there. So some international example I brought. Anyway, the focus of critical pedagogy here you can see encourages students to respond to text, not just as a literary critics, but a politically aware members of the community.
अपन ऐसा बोल सकते हैं, पेडागॉजी मेथड के संबंध में बताया, ऐसा बोल सकते हैं ना?
ऐसा बोल सकते हैं, यस। लेकिन पेडागॉजी क्या है, देखिए मैं आपको बताता हूँ, फिर से बताता हूँ, व्हाटएवर आई हैव डिस्कस्ड। पेडागॉजी एक स्टाइल है, एक इंस्ट्रक्शन है कोई बात कम्युनिकेट करने की। अब वो बात आप कैसे कम्युनिकेट कर रहे हैं, आप ईमेल से कर रहे हैं, आप बात करके कर रहे हैं, उनको ग्रुप में बिठा के कर रहे हैं, आप समोसे वाले की दुकान पे बैठ के बात कर रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं वो आपको देखना है। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू हैव टू कम आउट फ्रॉम द ट्रेडिशनल फॉर्मेट। ये चार्ट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये वाला पर्सनलाइजिंग लर्निंग। आपको लर्निंग को बड़ा पर्सनलाइज लेना है। अगर आप पढ़ेंगे, अच्छे पढ़ेंगे, तभी आपके स्टूडेंट पढ़ेंगे ना। You have also remember the proverb, if we want to teach anything, we have to prepare thrice, fourth time, fifth time. Then we have to prepare and deliver the talk, isn't it? तो आपको मेहनत डालनी पड़ेगी उस बच्चे, isn't it? मैं आपको अभी एक आपको मैं ईमेल दिखाता हूँ। I will show you one email. Here you can see this. There is one student. He asked me yesterday. He has sent me this email 22 hours ago. शाम को किया. Professor Ram, this particular student is too much serious about his career. इस मेल में बच्चे ने पूछा है, सर मैं एक मास्टर्स कोर्स कर रहा हूँ और मैं एक PhD एस्पिरेंट हूँ. I am vouching your strategic management course also. I am having the doubts and creating the bridge between this, my aim and my background. बहुत क्यूरियस है, आप समझिए इस बच्चे का। मैं एक एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ मैं। So देखिए मैंने इस बच्चे को फिर सुबह 7:45 बजे के आसपास 7:46. So here you can see, dear Rajat, thanks for your email. Better to meet in person and discuss career opportunities as far as your educational background and prospective PhD plans are concerned. Sure, I will let you know. Meeting time is this, time is this, best wishes. Okay, I gave the number also, and there you can see फिर बच्चे का जवाब आ गया, देखिए कि thank you for your response sir, but I am not in the campus and my offline classes starts from. फिर उसके बाद मैंने देखिए रिप्लाई दिया, dear Rajat, thanks for informing me. You can coordinate again when you are ready and available on campus. Best wishes. तो अब देखिए इस बच्चे के माइंड में, मैंने उसको देखा नहीं, उस बच्चे को, isn't it? मैंने उस बच्चे को देखा नहीं है, लेकिन उसको एक मैसेज मिल गया कि सर प्रॉम्प्ट है, सर मेरी मदद करना चाहते हैं, और ये मेरी जिम्मेदारी भी एज ए टीचर, जबकि वो मेरे क्लास का स्टूडेंट नहीं है, वो किसी दूसरी ब्रांच से, कोई यूनिवर्सिटी से, कोई रेफरेंस से वो मेरे से मिलने के लिए आया। So what did you learn from this exercise? Short exercise. अगर आप किसी की मदद अच्छे से कर सकते तो आप जरूर कीजिए, उनको बुलाइए, बात कीजिए। बात करेंगे तो बिकॉज मेनी थिंग्स सॉल्व इन दिस डिस्कशन, डिस्कशन से बहुत सी चीजें सॉल्व होती हैं, बड़े बड़े केसेस सॉल्व होते हैं, बड़े बड़े केसेस। दिस इज ओनली टीचिंग, बट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द केसेस। कोई डिस्प्यूट है, जब तक आप बात नहीं करेंगे, जब तक आप उसमें अमलकमेट नहीं होंगे, आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते। आप अपने तरफ नाराज है, वो अपनी तरफ नाराज है, then some listener is required. So that is same thing with the pedagogy. So anyway, so ये देखिए जो कुछ मॉडल्स में लेके आया हूँ, थोड़ा सा देख लीजिए, बाकी तो मैंने सब बता दिया आपको। दिस इज अ कंटेंट, दिस इज 21st सेंचुरी टेक्नोलॉजी, जिसका आज हम इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं। तो देखिए एक पेडागोजी है, एक कंटेंट है, एक आपकी टेक्नोलॉजी, आपका इंटरनेट है, मे बी क्लासरूम लाइक जूम और समथिंग लाइक दिस। लेकिन जब भी आप पढ़ाने जाए, आप उसकी मास्टरी करते जाए। मास्टर ऑफ द क्लासरूम स्ट्रेटजीज, एप्लीकेशन ऑफ लर्निंग थ्योरीज, डिफरेंशिएशन टेक्निक, ग्रेडिंग। आपकी ग्रेडिंग प्रैक्टिस बड़ी अच्छी होनी चाहिए। जैसे आजकल मैं बच्चों को टर्म पेपर देता हूँ, टर्म पेपर, टर्म पेपर इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द इंस्ट्रूमेंट आई जनरली अनाउंस माई स्टूडेंट। मैं आपको शायद वो भी दिखा देता हूँ। आप देखिए, मैंने एक सब्जेक्ट पढ़ा रहा हूँ, सो आई एम जस्ट शेयरिंग सम ऑफ द लाइफ थिंग्स, शेयरिंग विद यू। आप देखिए टर्म पेपर, ये देखिए। So this is the term paper, you can see. So this time I am teaching some courses on BE MBA students, warehouse management. I am delivering now. So I have designed some term paper.
It's not visible. We can't see the document you are sharing with us.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I am changing the channel. Please give me. Thank you. So you didn't see the Rajat email also. So please see here, guys. Please see. Hope it is visible.
Yeah.
So now here you can see the subject title. So the first email, I think you have also not seen this. You can see here, career advisory, Professor Rameshwar. I really hope find this mail.
Yes, sir.
I'm pursuing a master degree program in this. I'm a PhD aspirant. I was talking about this. I'm vouching for these subjects. I'm having doubts about creating this bridge between my aim and my background. Can you please enlighten me that how the strategy management course can help with my background? And I'm still in the first year of my course, so I have 1.5 years to prepare also. And I'm 25. You can see my student is clear. I am the age of 25. Does age really gonna affect my PhD plan? I have experience, but not the right treatment. I'm attaching my CV for reference. So this is the CV for this. You can see everything. So you know how I replied. You can see here. This is please mute the mic, guys. I'm getting disturbance. Dear Ajay, thanks for inquiry. Better to meet in person, discuss career opportunities as far as your educational backgrounds are concerned. Right? Sure, I will let you know. Then he replied, so I think down during your screen. Thank you for your response, sir, but I'm not in the campus. Then close the loop. It is my duty to close the loop. Okay, dear Ajay, thanks for informing me. You can coordinate again. So, my flexibility is there. I'm not rigid here, you can see. I've given the time, okay, 11 a.m. today. But the student said, sir, I'm out of the class, out of the campus. So flexibility is there or not? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes.
Then,
definitely.
Otherwise, I can close this communication. What effect come to me? You tell me. But effect will come that I will be a guilt, some guilt will be. Okay, I have not done the right justice with my student. And he is the student who is not your class student. But we have to follow the same thing. I'm very ethical to my guys. If I want to reply the 100 emails, I will reply 100 emails, then I will go to the sleep. Sometimes, night out is also there. Because commitment is a commitment. I can take the leave with I can take the leave full day. Okay, I'm not feeling well. University give me the leave. What is the problem? I can sleep also. Because there is a requirement. Sometimes students are panicking also. I do not know whether what kind of student Rajat is. Whether he is normal student, whether he is aggressive student. I do not know. But I have done my part, because so this is one pedagogy which I would like to see. Another is term paper. Then we will proceed. Okay.
Term paper.
Term paper, yeah. So you can see term paper is also one student. So you can see every detail. Even I have no time, a single second to spare time to invest wrongly with my students, because everything I want to communicate, I communicate. You can see the title important. Important means if you will not type important, what will happen?
They forgot. They don't bother about it.
Important means something is important. Most important is
important.
really, really important. Regarding project assignment, term paper, this is the classroom. Sometimes students forget their class also. You understand? Means किस बैच में बोला है वो कभी-कभी वो भी भूल जाते हैं. सर मुझे पता नहीं है, I am wrongly giving this exam. So वो भी हमें माइंड में लेके चलना है. तो मैं जनरली क्या करता हूँ, this is my style of doing it, you can also follow it. BMBA. उसका क्लास भी बता दिया, उसका कोर्स कोड भी बता दिया. देखिए उसको कोर्स कोड भी नहीं है, फिर वो इधर-उधर ढूंढेंगे, बात करेंगे, कुछ लिखेंगे, कुछ नहीं लिखेंगे. So as a teacher, it is my duty to supply some of the information clear cut. लास्ट डेट डे ऑफ सबमिशन भी दे दिया. हो सकता है वो ईमेल ना पढ़े, तो कुछ जानकारी उसको मैंने सब्जेक्ट में दी, दो इट इज ए वेरी लॉन्ग सब्जेक्ट. लास्ट डेट ऑफ सबमिशन पॉजिटिवली बाय February 27, 2021 सैटरडे, दिन भी बता दिया और आपका टाइम भी बता. So I'm not saying this is great, but this is my way of doing I'm following this pedagogy to communicate with my students. और देखिए पूरा इंस्ट्रक्शंस आ गया. डियर ऑल, एज डिस्कस इन द सेशन, प्लीज फाइंड दिस प्रोजेक्ट. एक एक चीज लिखना पड़ता है. देखिए क्या बोल्ड करना है, क्या करना है. तो मेरे बताने का मतलब ये है, कुछ मैं आपको एक अपना एक्सपीरियंस बता सकता हूँ. नहीं तो ईमेल तो बहुत कैजुअली भी लिखे जाते हैं. ओके गाइस, दिस इज सबमिटेड, प्लीज सबमिट, दैट्स इट, जॉब डन. लेकिन आप एक तरीके से आप मेल लिखिए, हर चीज लिखना है. टॉपिक्स आर मेड ऑन रैंडम बेसिस, तो रैंडम पासवर्ड भी लगा दिया, पासकोड. So passcode is WN. Then what is the need of passcode, guys? Please tell me. Quickly.
You can find easily that the students are submitting this.
No, no, ma'am. Actually, I have made the one attachment also. ये attachment को मैंने password protected भेजा है. What is the purpose?
Okay.
So the purpose is that so that other student who is not doing this course cannot open this document.
Yes, cannot open, and sometime, yes, so you are partially correct. I'm sharing my idea.
Only concerned person will get open.
Concerned person. And secondly, ma'am, and we are all are teaching, similar to our students. Generally, students forget to download that file, and it can be misused by any other professor also. Isn't it?
Yes.
Is it possibility or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Possibility there, na? So, because what kind of, because this is the report I will show you, this is my intellectual property, right? So I am now opening up, you can see. 4-page document. So here you can see my colleague, there may be possibility my colleague will copy the same style, means same pedagogy in his or her subject. Is it? There is a possibility or not? You tell me.
Yes, it can be.
It can be. Okay. So it is better to keep the file code, give to the student, only student can do it. So this is the, you can see the course code, everything, term paper, allocated topic, detailed guideline for the submission. So I'm not giving these guidelines purposefully in the email, but otherwise email could be the very lengthy one, right? So this is the password protected file. Here you can see each and everything detail is here. This is the grade point, rational, what is written, how much is the marks. Here you can see the maximum size of the term paper is Score is 20, the minimum score is this one, right? 10 for this, like this. In this way, what is the date and time? Plagiarism, copying material, cheating is strictly prohibited. Last date for the term paper is this. Both files they have to submit, even doc file and .pdf format. By individual management score. Individual means not in the group. So you can see here, late submissions will receive deductions and negative scores also. And no would be applicable and treated as absent after the last dated time. So do you think that if I have given all the instructions to my student, and these are the further instruction, how they will to prepare, instruction and guidelines for this, how to set the margin, how to make this, so that every report should be in the same sequence, isn't it? Format of the preparing the term paper. So like this. So this is the one of the very most powerful methodology which I am using it. The students are happy, and it is an open kind of book exam. Here I am not giving. Here I have allocated the topic, and I have given allowing them, if they will copy and paste from the internet, they will be held responsible for themselves. Isn't it? Yes or no? And total marks contains 50 marks. So 30 marks I have allocated for the term paper, 20 marks for Viva. Viva was a presentation. They have to present something. Then I am able to give. And 50 marks I will go for like 2 quiz, quiz I will take. 10 marks I have kept for attendance and their class participation. Like that. So entire marks goes to them. Isn't it? So I hope you like the pedagogy. Yes, guys.
Yeah, we like, but my question is there is a question in my mind is here, because we are teaching in higher education Madhya Pradesh, and where so many colleges are located in the remote areas. Can you suggest me one pedagogy? How can we remove, especially how can we improve the teaching learning evaluation?
Actually, your question should be specific. First of all, you have started the dialogue from the colleges. Yeah. So first of all, colleges has nothing to do. You just only talk about your class. Then I am able to answer.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to start myself. I'm a teacher. Mostly I'm a professor, and here I'm going to start so many, because so methods are going to in the habit of teaching there, not in remote areas, but in all type of colleges there. So as a teacher, whatever I think, but it is my conception I'm sharing with you. As a teacher, my conception is that firstly, depth of the knowledge must be concerning to the subjects. New innovative things are there, maybe the GD sessions, maybe the group sessions, maybe the role play, because role play is going a very important part in the teaching perspective. I don't know how many teachers, how many professors are going to adopt, because you are the faculty, you are the specially learned person of IT, whatever I have seen the address of yours. So there is a basic difference. I'm no teaching.
Ma'am, one thing I will tell you, I will share my experience. Role play could be the best one for the experienced one. ये नए लोगों के लिए ठीक नहीं है. मैंने रोल पर भी काम किया है, मैं खुद रोल प्लेस देता हूँ. रोल प्ले में क्या रहता है, आपका एक टाइम बाई हो जाएगा. करते हैं, ओके आई विल गो फॉर, मतलब आपको देखा होगा हिंदुस्तान में कुछ लोग दे शो यू द फैंसी स्टार्स.
या
you know हम ये कर देंगे, हम वो कर देंगे, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. बट अगर आपने जो सवाल है आपका, अगर हम उसकी बात करें कि रोल प्ले एक अच्छा मेथड है, एक अच्छी पेडागोजी है, लेकिन वो उसके अच्छे रिजल्ट आपको एक्सपीरियंस यूजर से निकलते हैं. जैसे आपने देखा होगा कॉर्पोरेट लीडर्स है, सपोज आई एम ट्रेनिंग सम वाइस प्रेसिडेंट लेवल ऑफ ए पर्सन, देयर आई कांट डू द सेम पेडागोजी कि सर आपको ये पढ़ना है, आपको ये करना है. रोल प्ले उनके लिए ठीक है, बिकॉज दे कैन अंडरस्टैंड, दे कैन कोरिलेट. बट इफ वी आर टीचिंग विद लाइक बैचलर स्टूडेंट एंड मास्टर स्टूडेंट, वहां रोल प्ले का छोटा सा रोल है. आप एक दो क्लास में तो काम चला लोगे, लेकिन आपने सोचा कि मैं पूरी क्लास को ही रोल प्ले में लेके जाऊंगा, दैट इज अ रॉन्ग मेथड.
Sir, actually my concern is really, this is one of them. I'm not saying that is this.
It is one of them.
It is one of them.
No, one or two class may be fulfilled. Yeah, one or two class.
Because mostly yesterday I just already discussed about my teaching method is there, because I am at senior faculty of the political science, and I'm teaching constitution, and maybe I am teaching theories and thoughts, and so many things.
Last year also I have guided one PhD in political science or reservation policy in higher education.
Okay. So mostly I'm just discussing on this particular point is there. I'm having, mostly I have to teach the topic liberty. How can I actually differentiate the liberty in a positive manner, in the negative manner, in the cells, and as a citizen?
आप उनको ना मैम देखिए, मैं आपकी कुछ मतलब आपको शेयर ही कर सकता हूँ. आई एम नॉट द फील्ड कस्टोडियन. आप कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स दे सकते हैं, कुछ लाइव प्रोजेक्ट दे सकते हैं. जैसे कुछ एक पेडागोजी में बता देता हूँ, जनरली हम लोग भी फॉलो करते हैं मैनेजमेंट साइंसेज में भी, कि कुछ लाइव प्रोजेक्ट दीजिए. जैसे आपने लिबर्टी एक टॉपिक बताया, आस्क द स्टूडेंट कि यू गो today and you surf the internet, find some liberty exercises which are happening in and around. या तो आपके शहर में हो रही है, या आपके स्टेट में हो रही है, नेशनल में हो रही है. अगर नेशनल भी नहीं हो रही तो इंटरनेशनल, क्योंकि इंटरनेट इज यूनिक फॉर एवरीवन. तो आप उनको कुछ असाइन कर सकते हैं. आप उनको बोल सकते हैं आपने ये करना है, प्लीज प्रेजेंट समथिंग, एंड इफ इट इज नॉट I have muted. Okay, I have muted. No problem.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, thing is that मैं एक अलग aspect पर भी बात कर रही हूँ, और वो aspect ये है कि यदि हमें लिबर्टी को जानना ही है, कुछ behavioral things भी हैं, व्यवहारिक ज्ञान भी है. यदि हम उस व्यवहारिक ज्ञान को जानना चाहते हैं, तो सपोज कीजिए मैं देख रही हूँ the concept of liberty in tribal places, है ना? So how can I judge the tribal persons they are more confident, especially in the concept of liberty, कि मैं बिल्कुल स्वतंत्र हूँ, I can participate each and everywhere, wherever I want. But in what manner, in what respect?
उसके लिए फिर एक तरीका है, वो मैं आपको कुछ सजेस्ट कर सकता हूँ मैम, कि आप उसमें ना कुछ उनके लिए एक दो प्रीलिमिनरी सेशंस ले लीजिए. अगर आपको लगता है दे अलाउ, छोटी सी विंडो टीचर को तो लेनी ही पड़ेगी कहीं भी,
फटती है
ना. तो लिबर्टी का जैसे आपने बताया कि मैं उसको कैसे पता करूं, कैसे जज करूं, कैसे अपने स्टूडेंट को बताऊं, तो आप उनका कुछ छोटा सा सेशन ले लीजिए 1-2 घंटे का.
I have given you an example. I have cited an example here because I'm listening patiently. I'm listening a lot of things from your side. You were stating here, you were defining here, but the question came in my mind. And thank you, Shubhangi, for introducing a very nice, especially faculty and learned professor to us. Thank you, because it was my notion, it was my ideas I want to share with you.
No, it is okay. And here I'm dropping my email ID also, ma'am. You all can interact with me also, and do not feel that only today you are bound in this 2-hour session. Okay, ma'am?
And it's okay. I can.
I'll share meanwhile. Okay, ma'am?
Yeah, sure.
So, shall we go ahead so that I can quickly wind up the things. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So guys, this was the model I was talking about: pedagogy, content, and 21st century technology. That we all know what is the 20 and we need to. So guys, this is a very interesting chart in front of you. Please see what is unique here. And I am typing here also, otherwise I forget. You can contact me.
Technical pedagogical knowledge, content knowledge, knowledge. Okay.
Because knowledge has many dimensions. Okay. So guys, this is my contact details. So please have a look. Okay, so let's continue. So this is the chart where you can see in between, these are the different type of knowledges in and around. Technological knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, content knowledge, and short forms are CK, PK, TK, TPK, TCK, and PCK. Pedagogical content knowledge, PCK. And this is the context. We are in and around of the context. So this dotted circle shows the context in which we are associated. So technological, pedagogical content knowledge, TPAC. TPAC is there. So here it is coming here across this from the technology side. From the technological, pedagogical knowledge, TPK is going in between these circles. So you can see this is the shared area. This is coming from all these three circles. and this is known as technological pedagogical content knowledge. This we required actually. We should be the master of content, we should be the master of pedagogy, we should be the master of technology. अगर इसमें से एक भी सर्कल में अगर आप वीक हैं या आपको लगता है, तो मुझे लगता है आपको अध्ययन करने का जरूरत है, और मुझे लगता है अध्ययन करना चाहिए. कोई भी पर्सन परफेक्ट नहीं है. इवन आई एम आल्सो नॉट परफेक्ट, यू आर आल्सो नॉट परफेक्ट, नोबडी इज परफेक्ट इन दिस वर्ल्ड और ऑन दिस अर्थ, राइट? वी ऑल आर जस्ट पार्टिसिपेटिंग. मैं अपने तरीके की बात कर रहा हूँ, अपने नॉलेज जो मैं सीख रहा हूँ या बता रहा हूँ, वही मैंने आपको दिखाया कुछ 2 ईमेल के माध्यम से. बाकी बहुत कुछ है बताने को, दिखाने को, बट बिकॉज ऑफ पॉसिटी ऑफ टाइम, समय के अभाव को चलते हुए कुछ चीजें हैं, तो मैं आपको वो जरूरी चीजें बता देना चाहता हूँ जिससे आपकी गाड़ी चल पड़े. आप जहां भी अटके उनको समझें, देखें. इस रिकॉर्डिंग को आप दोबारा देख सकते हैं. आपको मैंने अपना कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर भी दे दिया, आप उससे सूचना दे सकते हैं, वो बात कर सकते हैं. So I hope you have understood. तो जो बीच की चीज है, हमें इस एरिया में आना है. सपोज यू आर मास्टर ऑफ पॉलिटिकल साइंस, बट यू आर नॉट लेस मास्टर इन टेक्नोलॉजी, लेस मास्टर इन पेडागोजी, तो वो नहीं चलेगा. आज के टाइम में नहीं चलेगा, चलेगा तो कम चलेगा. So you understand. So that is the thing where we are and why we are. I hope the rationale is clear to all of you. Okay. Here you can see, ये जो वही है जहां से हमने छोड़ा था, PCK pedagogical content knowledge. You can see PCK includes orientation into teaching the science, which shapes knowledge of science curricula, which shapes knowledge of assessment of scientific living. आजकल तो आपने देखा होगा, मैं और कुछ चीजें ऐड करना चाहता हूँ. मैं काफी इंटरनेशनल फोरम्स प्रोफेसर्स के साथ भी काम कर रहा हूँ, and that's why this is one of the area of my expertise. मैं हायर एजुकेशन में भी, one of my paper has been accepted in B grade category journals. Right? It is one of the toppest journal of marketing for higher education. I will share the copy with you also. So teaching is an area which can, just going and going, right? And these are the areas which are very close to my heart, and that's why I provide the training, FDPs and all, and that's why I've accepted this. And so, and I appreciate the organizer also for making this happening. So knowledge of the student, guys, then you can see these 2 directions. आपने देखा होगा 2 bi-directional arrows हैं, आप देखिए, which is going there. So bi-directional arrows in the models, that is communication. वो बात कर रहे हैं. There is not a one-way direction, it is bi-directional. दो bi means 2, दोनों दिशाओं में काम कर रहे हैं. Which shapes this? If this is happening, then this shapes this. Orientation of the teaching science goes differently. और बाकी इनके सब एरियाज है, देखिए, इंक्लूडिंग स्पेसिफिक साइंस करिकुलम, इंक्लूडिंग साइंस गोल्स. आजकल आपने देखा हो, कोई भी बंदा पीएचडी करने आता है, कोई भी, व्हाटएवर द पर्सन, दैट इज शुड बी द गोल एंड ऑब्जेक्ट. पर्सन शुड हैव द गोल एंड ऑब्जेक्ट. आपने देखा हो, उनकी जो कमेटी होती है वो भी पूछती है कि आप क्या करेंगे, आपको रिसर्च 3-4 साल में क्या करना है, कि आप नया एजुकेशन सिस्टम लेके आ रहे हैं. यू अंडरस्टैंड? So everything should be, I'm using the word should be, goal and objective specific. अगर आपके गोल और ऑब्जेक्टिव ही क्लियर नहीं है तो मुश्किल है. और मुझे लगता है वो जो आंसर आप देख रहे हैं, कोई ट्रेनिंग देख रहे हैं, गूगल से देख रहे हैं, वो नहीं मिलेगा. Until you have to fix some science goals related to that subject. क्योंकि हम लोग अटेम्प्ट कर रहे हैं, हम लोग एक भागीदारी दे रहे हैं. हम लोग परफेक्ट हो सकते हैं, बट हम लोग नहीं मान सकते. I never understood, I still believe that I'm still a scholar, that I can openly share with you. I am in never competition with any trainer. I am happy with my own, whatever the way I am. I am never in competition with anybody. I am still a learner. I will be a learner. I will die with a learning aspirations. Okay. So that is the thing which we want to generate in ourselves. I think we can do wonders, and opportunity will come to you. You need not to go there. Opportunity will come to you if you do the best job with full honesty, dignity, whatever you know. So that is this 10 principles, guys. Note down. आप note कर लीजिए. मैं ज्यादा समय आपका नहीं लूंगा. टाइम कम है, काम ज्यादा है. You understand? टाइम कम है, समय कम है, काम ज्यादा. So 10 principles of effective pedagogy, effective teaching and learning, equip learners for life in its broadest sense. अगर आप बहुत अच्छा काम करेंगे, बहुत अच्छी लर्निंग लेंगे, आप घर और बाहर दोनों जगह परफेक्ट हो सकते हैं, अपने जीवन को सुंदर बना सकते हैं. दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ इफेक्टिव पेडागोजी. एक जेंटलमैन थे, उन्होंने पूछा था, सर आई एम नॉट गेटिंग द थिंग हियर, बट आई होप इफ ही इज देयर, he must be getting something or take something out of this session. इफेक्टिव टीचिंग एंड लर्निंग एंगेज विद वैल्यूड फॉर्म्स ऑफ नॉलेज। आपके जहां जहां कनेक्शन नहीं है वहां कनेक्शन बन जाएंगे, ये भी मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ। इफेक्टिव टीचिंग एंड लर्निंग रिकॉग्नाइजिंग द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ प्रायर एक्सपीरियंस। जो आपके पास पहला ज्ञान है, पहला तजुर्बा है, उसको भी आप कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं। आज क्या है, क्या आज उसकी सार्थकता है, उसका रिलेवेंस होता है? आपने कोई चीज 1990 में पढ़ी, क्या आज उसकी रिलेवेंस है? तो आप बात कीजिए, नहीं है तो उसकी बात मत कीजिए, आप 2020 या 19 या 18 की बात कीजिए। तो दैट इज द वर्ल्ड इज राइट। फोर्थ इज इफेक्टिव टीचिंग एंड लर्निंग रिक्वायर द टीचर टू स्कैफोल्ड लर्न। टीचर को भी दोबारा फोल्ड करना है। स्कैफोल्ड मींस टू रीजनरेट, टू रिवैम्प। कोई भी लर्निंग परफेक्ट नहीं, ये मेरा कहना है आपको, मेरा अनुरोध है आपसे। आप एक चीज करके जा रहे हैं, आप एंजॉय कीजिए उसको, मुझे लगता है आप जरूर सीखेंगे। आप फिफ्थ पॉइंट, effective teaching and learning need assessment to be congruent with learning. Yes, very wonderful point. Need assessment. आपने कोई चीज तैयार की, आप अपने कलीग से उसकी जांच करवा लीजिए, असेसमेंट ले लीजिए कि मैं ये करने जा रहा हूं या जा रहे हूं अपने क्लास में, क्या ये सही हो? आप थोड़ा अपना आकलन बताइए, अपना असेसमेंट बताइए, वो जरूर बताइए, बट इट शुड बी कॉन्ग्रुएंट विद लर्निंग। कॉन्ग्रुएंट मींस बराबर होनी चाहिए। आपने देखा होगा कॉन्ग्रुएंसी का साइन लाइक दिस मैथमेटिक्स, it is just equal to, congruent to means towards that direction. ऐसा ना हो असेसमेंट आप किसी और चीज का ले रहे हैं, लर्निंग कोई और, सो वो मिसगैप नहीं होना चाहिए। देयर इज ए, यू नो, दीज आर द गैप्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन। आजकल सबसे ज्यादा दिक्कत कम्युनिकेशन गैप का ही है। इन द यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ और व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी these days everybody is a trainer and teacher. Some are superficial teachers also. Superficial, you know, वो 2-4 दिन पहले टीचर बन गए, they are claiming that they know everything. So it's up to them. Yes, why to worry? We should first trust ourselves. You know who is the biggest enemy of a person? Tell me, who is the biggest person? I, 3 choices I am giving: I, we and you. Who is the biggest
I
enemy?
think it's fear. It's fear to express ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is the answer. I think, hope you admit this. Effective teaching and learning promote the active engagement of the learner. अगर आप इफेक्टिव टीचिंग करेंगे, इफेक्टिव प्रभावशाली जो भी आप वक्तव्य देंगे, पढ़ाई करेंगे, बात करेंगे, वो आप अच्छा कर सकते हैं, उनको एंगेज कर सकते हैं, उनको अपने में शामिल कर सकते हैं। वो जो लोग नहीं आते, मैंने बिगिनिंग में भी आपको बताया था, प्लीज एंगेज द स्टूडेंट हु इज नॉट कमिंग इन द, उसके आप घर तक जाइए, उससे बात कीजिए, उससे मिलिए, और आप देखिएगा, who knows, the sky is the wonders, who knows that everything will be settled down. Seventh point is effective teaching and learning foster both individual and social processes outcome. Effective teaching learning recognizing the significance of informal learning. Informal learning भी बहुत जरूरी है। कोई जरूरी नहीं आप क्लासरूम में ही पढ़ाएंगे, आप बात करेंगे, पढ़ेंगे, आप अपने घर में भी बात कर सकते हैं, आप किसी के बात कर सकते हैं, आप चलते चलते बात कर सकते हैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स। इफ यू आर वॉकिंग, वॉक विद लर्निंग, यू नो, और लर्निंग विद वॉक, यू नो। इफेक्टिव लर्निंग एंड लर्निंग डिपेंड्स ऑन टीचर लर्निंग, दैट इज ऑल्सो। टीचर की कितनी लर्निंग है, कितनी उसकी तैयारी है। अगर उसको 5-10 घंटे का सेशन लेना है तो उसकी तैयारी बहुत अच्छी होनी चाहिए, isn't it? And these days, you know guys, one thing I forgot to mention is that these days students are smarter than us.
Yes.
They are smarter than us. वो 10 चीजें हमसे ज्यादा जानते हैं। You can ask even in your kids also कि बेटे मैंने ये किया, ऐसा किया, क्या इसका कोई अच्छा तरीका है? They will tell you 4 or 5 best methods. Right?
We should keep us updating and updating.
क्योंकि वो मैडम वो इसलिए है कि वो टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ लर्न कर रहे हैं, उनके लिए वहां कोई टीचर ट्यूटर नहीं है। Their curiosity is taking them along with the technology. आपको याद होगा मैंने एक डायग्राम बताया था आपको, देख लीजिए, कंटेंट नॉलेज एंड टेक्नोलॉजिकल नॉलेज।
Knowledgeable knowledge.
ठीक है, तो टेक्नोलॉजिकल नॉलेज वो बच्चों की स्ट्रॉन्ग है, बस उनको एक छोटा सा कंटेंट चाहिए, तो वो ये कंटेंट किससे ले रहे हैं? यूट्यूब से ले रहे हैं। उनको पेडागोजी की भी जरूरत नहीं है, टेक्नोलॉजी मिल गई, नॉलेज, बस बात पूरी हो गई। आई थिंक 80-90% नॉलेज इज इक्विप। और अगर उसको कंस्ट्रक्टिवली डिजाइन कर रहे हैं तो फिर आपकी और हमारी जरूरत भी नहीं है। Why they will waste time to sit for 2 years again? they should open the company like startup. These days startups are coming. Government is also providing the funding. क्योंकि पढ़ाई भी हम नौकरी के लिए करते हैं, एक अच्छा जीवन जीने के लिए करते हैं. Isn't it all? If you go to in the market, I've conducted some research also, every third or fourth person is sometimes I wonder, you know, where these guys will go, where they will get the job, what kind of student they will teach. You know, so these are the some questions. So ninth point is also much effective. Effective teaching and learning depend on teacher learning. 10th is effective teaching and learning demand consistent policy
frameworks.
फ्रेमवर्क का मतलब यह है कि आपको एक मॉडल बनाना है उस कंसिस्टेंट पॉलिसी फ्रेमवर्क में. अब ऐसा नहीं आज आइडिया आपको कुछ आया, आपने कहा नहीं 10 दिन बाद मैं ये करूंगी, 10 दिन के बाद कुछ झगड़ा हो गया, नहीं अब मैं ये नहीं करूंगी, अब मैं कुछ तीसरा करूंगी, राइट. सो कोई पॉलिसी नहीं है, कोई फ्रेमवर्क नहीं है, आपने कोई ऐसी बात नहीं बनाई है. मींस फर्स्ट यू कमिट योरसेल्फ. मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया था, फर्स्ट यू कमिट योरसेल्फ कि मुझे क्या करना है, अगले 5 साल में क्या करना है, मुझे कौन से कोर्सेज पढ़ाने हैं, उसकी तैयारी आप आज से शुरू कीजिए. उसके आज पीपीटीज बनाइए, उसका आज वीडियो बनाइए. कितना सारा मैं काम आपको बता सकता हूँ, फुल डे आई कैन टॉक. कुछ लोग कहते हैं मेरे पास आते हैं, सर मेरे पास काम नहीं है, मेरा ये नहीं है. मैंने कहा भाई आप काम कीजिए, आप फ्री नहीं है. आपको लगता है कि आप फ्री हो, आपने पीएचडी करी, पीएचडी के बाद आपका काम शुरू होता है. योर रियल रिसर्च स्टार्ट आफ्टर गेटिंग ए डिग्री, बिकॉज यू विल बी कॉल्ड विद दैट डिग्री नेम along with your actions. Your action speaks more faster than anything else, even better than your degree, above than anything else. So I hope you admit these 10 principles of effective pedagogy. ये थोड़ा सा देख लीजिए, मैं ज्यादा समय नहीं लूंगा. ये वही चीज है बट इन ए डिफरेंट फॉर्मेट. What could learning look like? Content, process, product, learning environment. आपने देखा होगा काफी लोग लर्निंग एनवायरनमेंट बड़ा अच्छा बना रहे थे, बट दे आर मोस्ट पैथेटिक पीपल इन द वर्ल्ड. क्योंकि वो सब कुछ करते हैं, लर्निंग एनवायरनमेंट बनता है, बट वो पढ़ाई नहीं करते, वो पढ़ते नहीं है ना पढ़ाते. अरे लर्निंग तो आपकी टी शॉप में भी है, टी स्टॉल में यू कैन गो एंड ऑर्डर द टी, कुछ डिस्कस कर रहे हो, कुछ सोच रहे हो, बस हो गया लर्निंग. मोबाइल खोला, कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि यू नीड दे. वो दोस डेज गॉन गाइस, दोस डेज गॉन. जितना जल्दी आप ये बात को समझ लेंगे उतने आपके काम बनने शुरू हो जाएंगे. रिजल्ट ऑफ लर्निंग इज रियल प्रॉब्लम. कोई भी बात करें, रियल प्रॉब्लम की बात करें. समाज से ले, मैं मार्केट जाता हूँ, आई ऑलवेज परचेज मेनी थिंग्स बाय माय सेल्फ, क्योंकि मेरी लर्निंग होगी. और वो चीज मैं लर्न करता हूँ, वो चीज मैं क्लास में यूज करता हूँ. व्हाई शुड आई गो विद दिस एन इमेजिनरी, इमेजिनरी वर्ल्ड. एंड मेनी पीपल दे आर डायरेक्ट कनेक्ट कीजिए, बात कीजिए उनसे, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं अगर वो गलत समझते. सो दैट इज द काइंड ऑफ गुड लर्निंग लुक लाइक. पेडागोजिकल टू डू लिस्ट बना लीजिए. टीच फॉर मेमोरी, ये नोट कर लीजिए, ये भी आपके लिए बहुत जरूरी है. रीडिंग इन क्लास, क्लास में भी आप पढ़ते रहिए. यू अलाउ योर माइंड. टीचर टुडे शुड बी द मल्टीटास्कर, शुड नॉट बी ए यूनिटास्कर, मल्टीटास्कर. मोर प्रैक्टिस. थर्ड पॉइंट इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. मोर प्रैक्टिस. आज कुछ किया, दोबारा देखिए, कल परसों देखिए. फ्री टाइम अपने को समय दीजिए. The one word, one sentence is give time to yourself. At least half an hour, at least 1 hour. Revive the thing, revisit your strategy. दोबारा से देखो, चेक करो, कहीं कोई गलती जरूर मिलेगी, आप उसको रिपीट करो. So that is the point where I think you can do the wonders. Fourth point is better scaffolding and progression. 5 is structured speech event. लोगों की YouTube में आप देखते हैं, Facebook पे देखते हैं, लोगों की स्पीच सुनिए, कुछ वर्ड कैप्चर कीजिए. वो उस पर क्लिक नहीं होंगे, बट हो सकता है आप क्लिक करें. स्ट्रक्चर्ड स्पीच इवेंट्स, तो दैट इज आल्सो. सुन के आप सीखेंगे, फिर आप उसको करेंगे. बेटर फीडबैक रूटीन्स, मैंने आपको पहले ही बता दिया, एग्जाम में पूछा था. फीडबैक लीजिए, रूटीन से लीजिए, सरप्राइज पॉइंट से लीजिए. डू नॉट अनाउंस अर्ली इन द क्लास, अदरवाइज स्टूडेंट विल नेवर कम. उनको पहले मत बताइए, उनको बोलिए, सडनली बोलिए, ओके गाइस 10 मिनट्स आई विल टेक योर फीडबैक. You enjoy, you chit chat in my class. थोड़ा फ्रीडम दीजिए. फ्रीडम इज ऑल अबाउट क्लासरूम interaction. 7th point is engaging with the send information. Student engagement network. Send information, whatever. Okay? कोई मैसेज आपको पास करना है, उनके सीआर से बात कर लीजिए, क्लास रिप्रेजेंटेटिव से या मॉनिटर, whatever you can call. 8th point is giving metacognition a word. So that is also there. So these are the to-do list और guys, these are the some points. ये भी थोड़ा सा देख लीजिए. Piling on too much work, posting assignments with no plan for feedback. ये सब मत कीजिए. These are the points to avoid. Providing just digital option. Grading, avoid this altogether as learner as an equitable situation. Relying solely on low level worksheet. कुछ आपने वर्कशीट बना ली, 10 साल से वही शीट आप फोटो स्टेट करा रहे हैं. प्लीज चेंज, स्टॉप इट, क्रिएट ए न्यू शीट. बोरो कर लीजिए. अगर आपको लगता है मैं आपके साथ हूं, मुझे भेज दीजिए, मैं 1-2 दिन के मेल का गैप का टाइम लूंगा, आपको भेज दूंगा. Thinking that you have to abide by a traditional school days schedule. Force teachers to follow a traditional schedule while working remotely. वो भी जरूरी नहीं है. अरे भाई कोई नहीं है, ये उन लोगों के लिए है. This is the tip for those people, those who are administrators. अरे कोई टीचर नहीं आया तो उससे टीचिंग इज नॉट फेयर. यू आस्क कि मैडम आप वहां से ऑनलाइन क्लास ले लीजिए, सर आप वहां से ऑनलाइन क्लास ले लीजिए, कुछ ईमेल ही भेज दीजिए. ईमेल भेजना ही है क्लास. You can teach through. I have started the culture of online FDP 10 years back, and that's why I've conducted many events. And today, during Corona time, many people became the trainer. But I'm not new. I'm doing so many events since long. 2011, I've started all these things. You know, when I was doing this, I thought that okay, there is some person in the world that looking for some knowledge. Okay, so I hope this is. FERPA is one of the Family and Education Rights Privacy Act. So this is the international level privacy act, जहां पर आपका Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act is there. ये बहुत से लोगों को नहीं पता, आप इसको देखिए, गूगल कीजिए, आपको बहुत कुछ पता लगेगा. So using video, देखा होगा many people go for piracy of the private videos. किसी दूसरे का कंटेंट वो अपने चैनल पे दिखा रहे हैं. That is, please stop all this. ये नहीं करना चाहिए. Many people story करते हैं content. Many people, they have sold my voice also. I've started the trend of WhatsApp, teaching through WhatsApp, research and all. Many people, they sold my voice, my voice lectures which was recorded intermittently, they sold to some other institute. This has happened with me. I can't put my stamp of my voice, it is very difficult. So sometimes I was thinking that how we can stop. So I stopped the culture of, of voice messages. So this is happening, This is the pedagogy part. Pedagogy, andragogy, notagogy, these are compared. So popular one is pedagogy, another is andragogy also. So this chart will help you. Notagogy, the management of self-management learners. So resources of learning, reasons for learning, focus of learning, motivation and role of the teachers. ये मैंने आपको सब बता दिया. Please move. Who is disturbing? Kumar Mishra. You see this. I think you can understand. If they have something to do, they forgot to mute or unmute them. So we have to practice. ये practice अभ्यास नहीं करेंगे ये चीज नहीं है. Otherwise it is look embarrassing. Who is the person who could not understand the seriousness of this session. अगर जो serious नहीं है वो लोग जा सकते हैं. I am not binding anybody. I can request Dr. Sanjay or Madam Shubhangi not to force anyone in the class. It is for sure.
Certainly, sir. We are not forcing them. They should understand that these
Because
are
they are the grown-up child. They are not grown-up child. They are the grown-up.
These are the gem sessions. They should follow this. But if they don't understand, then how can we tell them?
Because, ma'am, one thing.
Come and join. Why for? What for?
Ma'am, one thing I will share you. It is funny kind of thing. If they are not realizing the importance today, I think time will tell them.
So many of them there are not realizing this, sir, in those days, because we have lots of work in spite of this teaching. So somehow we are fed up of that. That is the main reason.
Madam, we have to be very much strict, because if this could have been my webinar, I'll conduct some webinars soon also. I will remove the person completely.
Okay.
Possibility again, the person will come. I've conducted many things. So especially I faced the challenges from the female candidate. They were in the kitchen also. They are cooking something, putting the mobile phone here. Lot of voice. So I removed them. How much I will cooperate? You can see 1, 2 times, 3 times like this. Otherwise,
Exactly.
it is just a time pass kind of session. So which I don't want.
No, sir. This is not time pass.
So
This is the what I told that
Sir,
this is
they
the
do.
sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Actually, the persons who are far from the reach, it is very good mean that how can we attend and how can we listen our learned persons and personalities of India.
That is okay, ma'am.
Yeah,
No.
appreciate it. But thing is that each thing has two aspects, negative and positive. And so that's why, and especially in Indian concern, not Indian concern, because it is the dramatically I am saying, if you are a human being, to all
No, that is
aspects will
no, ma'am. Here I'm partially agree with you, ma'am. Actually, suppose you always take the liberty of human and all being and well-being, it is okay.
Yeah.
But there has to be some deadline, some logs, some expiry time. You understand? So I am talking in general with Shubhangi, ma'am. I am sharing the experience which I faced so much problem earlier events that people were not connecting with it. But anyway, no problem.
Nah, yeah.
Let's continue, Chitra ma'am. Please
yes, sir.
continue.
Yeah,
Can I just add
आपको एक बात
something on
बताऊं
Dr.
सर
Rudra?
रुद्र सर सॉरी मैं आपको एक बात बताना चाहती हूँ कि यहाँ पर अभी आपका ये सेशन पूरी तरह से जो लोग समझ रहे हैं और सुन रहे हैं और फॉलो करने की सोच रहे हैं किसी चीजों को उनमें से एक हमारी स्टूडेंट है प्रीतिका सिंह बलियान वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में है और शी इज पंक्चुअल एंड फ्रॉम फर्स्ट डे ऑफ द कॉलेज हमने देखा है बहुत पंक्चुअल बहुत सिंसियर और वो यहाँ पर भी है और मुझे यह प्रसन्नता हुई है कि अगर मेरे स्टूडेंट्स में से कुछ लोग ऐसे निकल रहे हैं तो कुछ तो है और हमको कुछ और सीखने की जरूरत है दैट इज वाई आई एम हियर और हम
Life is
बोलते भी
full
हैं
of
लोगों को सीखिए सीखने की कोई उम्र नहीं होती सीखने की कोई सीमा नहीं होती और हम लोग पूरे टाइम सीखते रहते हैं और सीखना चाहिए हमको
Yes, true. I agree with you. इसलिए सीख रहे हैं उन्होंने कुछ सवाल भी पूछे थे मैंने बताया था उनको आई स्टिल
जी बिल्कुल
तो ये चार्ट है हम लोग वाइंड अप करते हैं विद इन 5 मिनट्स मैं आपको बस दिखा रहा हूँ कुछ बाकी सब डिस्कस कर लिया यू कैन जस्ट हैव अ लुक बिकॉज़ आई एम नाउ लीविंग द इंप्रेशन ये भी एक पेडागोजी का पार्ट अब मैं चर्चा ही करता रहूंगा बार-बार आपको करता रहूंगा तो ये लास्ट में अदरवाइज अगर मैं इसको पहले करता तो यू माइट लूज इंटरेस्ट राइट तो अभी आप देखिए मैं कुछ चीजें बात के लिए लेके आया हूँ तो आप देखिए पेडागोजिकल और एंट्रागोजिकल में क्या डिफरेंस ये थोड़ा सा पढ़ लीजिए जस्ट एट ए ग्लांस रोलर्स ऑफ learners experience readiness to learn orientation to learning motivation तो pedagogical क्या learner is dependent upon the instructor for all but andragogical में क्या andragogical is used for it is pedagogy of adults आप देखेंगे यहाँ पर adults are independent they strive for autonomy and self direction in the life आपने देखा होगा कुछ लोग बोलते हैं तो pedagogy जरूर जो है children's learning अगर मैं if I want to live life as a children life yes I can learn many things so that's why pedagogy is quite famous quite popular in teaching fraternity andragogy is not so that's why andragogy is for adults learning and pedagogy is self directed learning तो इसको लोगों ने एक्सपर्ट्स ने इसको बाइफरकेट किया है तो वो आप देख सकते हैं तो उसके आगे मैं बता रहा हूँ नाउ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन पेडागोजिकल एंड सो एंड्रागोजिकल इफ लर्नर इज सेल्फ डायरेक्टेड तो आपको पेडागोजी से एंड्रागोलॉजी में आना है सपोज यू वांट टू बी वेरी मच पर्सन इन योर एरिया द लर्नर इज रिस्पांसिबल फॉर हिज और हर ओन सेल्फ इवैल्यूएशन कीजिए आपने देखा होगा सेल्फ क्रिटिसिज्म अपने को आप 10 बार but it should not be like that people will understand you are some psycho or something like that no so it should be very less it should be very connecting with the so that is the definition of role of learner experience that is this so ये कुछ attributes है बाकी हमने ये सब connect आप सभी लोग expert बने इस एरिया में just use it actually अगर आप use करेंगे you will understand rest is a story okay ये आप देख लीजिए एक होती है अथॉरिटेटिव पेडागोजी. So you want to be in authoritative pedagogy, you want to be in personal pedagogy, you want to be in school-wide pedagogy, SWP. ये भी होती है. So these are all contextual influences. This is related to professional, this is related to community, this is related to
Community.
system. Okay.
Social.
So yeah, school-wide pedagogy, personal pedagogy, and author. Personal pedagogy means how you relate your personal things and talent. Building your pedagogy, you want to build up. Every trainer, you have your own style. Did you see that? I hope you have might have. These are the 21st classroom century, guys. 21st century classroom. Here you can see what teacher is expect, what students do, problem solving, collaboration, communication, teacher, creativity, and innovation. So provide opportunity for student to develop and demonstrate essentials. ये मैंने आपको बताया दिया. आप उनको फ्रीडम दीजिए, उनको बात कीजिए, बट फ्रीडम ऐसा भी नहीं देना कि आपने पढ़ाई की कोई बात ही नहीं की. पूरे साल आप फ्रीडम ही देते रहे, फिर आप then you are blaming me, Rudra sir, you told me कि हमको फ्रीडम देना, हमने पूरा फ्रीडम दे दिया. Freedom just for the class, maybe 1 or 2, not more than that. Then you invite, then you must go for one student. Let the other student will come, let the other student pass on the message. Class chala gaya to chala gaya, जाने दीजिए. Right? So these are the 21st century class. We should understand. Research and information fluency. आपको data में command होनी चाहिए, आपको expertise होना चाहिए. Entry level you should know, developing you should know, approaching you should know, idea target you should know. Okay.
Okay.
Then this is the 21st century pedagogy. आपके लिए आप वो चार्ट नहीं समझ पाए तो उसको समझ लीजिए. Then your job there.
Technological innovation and media.
This is teach. This is आप इसका स्क्रीनशॉट भी ले सकते हैं.
You have built.
21st century pedagogy work collaboratively. आप मेरे साथ collaborate कीजिए. आपको पेपर लिखना है. Suppose कुछ interest है, I will help you. I will also contribute. You will also contribute, or we will add some other contributor also. What is the problem? We can do. So we have to find the ways. That is 21st century pedagogy. If we follow it today, we will reap the fruit tomorrow definitely. Promotion जल्दी होगी, एक अच्छा environment बनेगा, आप famous होंगे, आप recognize होंगे, आपको incentive मिलेगा, you know. So we have to inculcate this culture in our teaching methodology. तो दीजिए, मैंने जैसे आपको बताया, मैम को भी रिक्वेस्ट किया, आप प्रोजेक्ट दे दीजिए, उनको लाइव प्रोजेक्ट दे दीजिए, उनको बोलिए आप लेके आइए, फिर हम बात करेंगे. Who knows that their project is much better than our project, right? Problem solving, foster problem solving, assess transparently, develop thinking skill. सोचने के लिए लोगों को मजबूर कीजिए, ऐसे सवाल पूछिए जिससे वो बच्चा सोचता रहे कि तेरा फ्यूचर कैसे बनेगा, कैसे बनना चाहिए. आप तो एक फैसिलिटेटर है, आप तो बस उनको एक फैसिलिटेट कर रहे हैं, आप किसी को किसी से जोड़ रहे हैं, नॉलेज से उनको जोड़ रहे हैं. that is the teacher's job. Okay, so ये दूसरे फॉर्मेट में वही चीज है, डिफरेंट वे, बट आई एम नॉट पुटिंग हियर. 5 phases of idea process: ideating, discovering, envisioning, actioning, and sustaining. And these days, you know, many people are talking about sustainable solutions. I teach one course also in our institute, sustainable development. I taught many professors how to write best paper, how to come up from plagiarism. आजकल plagiarism बहुत लोग करते हैं. How to remove from that, you know. So that is this. Lot many ideas, you know. So this is the same thing in a question format. SWP personal pedagogy. I think मैंने आपको बता दिया. Qualities of effective teaching. ये आपके लिए बहुत जरूरी है. बस देख लीजिए, समझ लीजिए, apply कीजिए. That is my request. Effective teaching करना है क्लासरूम में, इंस्ट्रक्शन प्लानिंग कर लीजिए. आपके सारी कोर्स फाइल आपको दिमाग, एक एक चीज क्या पढ़ाना है, क्या करना है, कैसे करना है. जैसे मैंने आपको दिखाया था टर्म पेपर का, एक एक चीज क्लियर. अब मुझे उन बच्चों से बात करने का भी जरूरत नहीं, सब कुछ एक बार में दे दीजिए. दैट इज योर प्लानिंग. दैट स्पीक्स दैट हाउ मच यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड. एंड इन कॉर्पोरेट, यू नो, वन पॉपुलर टर्म इज देयर, हाउ मच यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड. इज प्रिपेयर्डनेस. सेम केस ऑफ टीचिंग प्रोफेशन, दैट इज देयर. इंस्ट्रक्शनल डिलीवरी, असेसमेंट, टेस्ट कैसे लेंगे. हो सकता है आपकी टीचिंग बहुत अच्छी हो बट असेसमेंट बहुत पुअर हो, तो भी बात नहीं. असेसमेंट भी उसी लेवल का होना चाहिए. 10 क्वेश्चन सॉलिड होने चाहिए, उससे असेसमेंट निकल के आएगा, तभी आपको रियल फीडबैक मिलेगा. लर्निंग एनवायरनमेंट, प्रोफेशनलिज्म, प्रोफेशनल. और अगर क्रिटिसिज्म गलत भी आया है तो आप उसको इनकॉर्पोरेट कीजिए. इवन आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू आफ्टर दिस सेशन, प्लीज गिव मी योर फीडबैक थ्रू ईमेल फॉर्मली. अगर कुछ गलत पढ़ाया है, आई विल अपोलोजाइज ऑन मी. Please share your, but it should be from your heart. It should not like hanky panky, you know, कुछ भी लिख दिया, कुछ भी चल जाएगा, वो नहीं. जो आपने दिल से महसूस किया है वही आप लिखिए और डिटेल में लिखिए, so that you will get, and आपको भी अच्छा लगेगा, आपने एक अच्छा डिटेल में फीडबैक लिख के ईमेल से दिया एक फैकल्टी को. As a good teacher, so you have to do classroom management, isn't it? Yes or no बोलते जाइए और लिखिए. Okay, many people are there, 40 people are still. Classroom management, that is our duty, a good teacher. Personality of a teacher is also a good quality of a good teacher.
Very true, sir.
Then substance knowledge. Please remember, my dear friends, substance knowledge. Before we were talking about the knowledge, now I am giving you another word, substance knowledge. काम का ज्ञान होना चाहिए. ज्ञान तो बहुत है इस दुनिया में, मीडियम्स भी बहुत है दुनिया में. आजकल तो बहुत सारा ज्ञान हमको व्हाट्सएप से भी मिलता है. Every day. Well, that's why WhatsApp is now converted into university, virtual university, right? That is true. मेरी बड़ी लर्निंग होती है मैम.
Very true, sir.
गलत पोस्ट आते हैं, बट जो मुझे को मेरे काम का चाहिए वो मैं ले लेता हूँ. तो वो हमारे पास ही होना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए सब्सटेंस नॉलेज. तो ये मैंने लेआउट आपके लिए लेके आया हूँ. चलते चलते कि आपको याद रहेगा, सर ने हमें कुछ ये 4 बॉक्सेस का कुछ दिखाया था. क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट मुझे करना है, पर्सनैलिटी ऑफ टीचर, मुझे अपनी पर्सनैलिटी चेंज करनी है, सब्सटेंस नॉलेज लेके आना और पेडागोजिकल नॉलेज रखना है. बिना पढ़ाएंगे आप क्लासरूम में जाएंगे, आप बैकफायर हो जाएंगे और आपकी कंप्लेन जहां पहुंचनी होगी वो आप पहुंच गई होगी आपसे पहले. क्योंकि मैं काफी डायरेक्टर्स को भी एड्रेस करता रहता हूं, वो लोग मुझे अपना एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं, तो मुझे उनका पता है व्हाट दे एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम द टीचर्स. And I also know what we expect from our student and what they expect from the student and what they expect from their management. तो ये थोड़ा थोड़ा पता है, इसलिए मैंने बताया पेडागोजिकल नॉलेज होना चाहिए. ये चार्ट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. दिस इज ए समरी चार्ट ऑफ टुडेज डिस्कशन. एसेंशियल फीचर्स ऑफ द पेडागोजी ऑफ कोचिंग, ये भी मैंने बता दिया. अपनी टीचिंग पब्लिक हेल्थ का ध्यान रखिए. आपका हेल्थ भी बहुत जरूरी है. ज्यादा काम करना भी गलत है. अगर आप अच्छा काम करेंगे, स्मार्ट वर्क करेंगे, हेल्दी वर्क करेंगे, फाइल बराबर होना चाहिए, पीपीटी टचअप होना चाहिए, कुछ मैसेज होना चाहिए, सब्सटेंस नॉलेज जरूर होना चाहिए. कुछ हो ना हो, सब्सटेंस नॉलेज होगा तो आपकी गाड़ी चल जाएगी. तो ये वही आ गया, इसको मैंने थोड़ा सा एलैबोरेट कर दिया. 21st सेंचुरी चार्ट, डेवलपिंग एंड ऑल. और भी काफी मेरे पास अच्छे अच्छे चार्ट्स हैं. आई विल शो यू इन सम फ्री टाइम, मे बी सम अदर ओकेजन. सो काफी कुछ है करने को. डिजिटल टूल्स का आपको पता होना चाहिए, कितने डिजिटल टूल्स हैं, कितनी चीजें दुनिया में. माय गॉड, यू नो, समटाइम यू फील दैट नो आई एम ए प्रोफेसर, मेरे को सैलरी मिल रहा है, वो चीज से आप बाहर निकलिए. मैं जानता हूँ वो चीज आपको पैनिक करती है. सैलरी नहीं बढ़ी, प्रमोशन नहीं हुआ, मुझे इसने डांट दिया, मुझे उसने बोल दिया,
एरियर नहीं मिला, इंक्रीमेंट नहीं मिल रहे हैं. So many things are there after we are after it, but that's not right, sir.
I know your panicking situation. कभी टाइम दे पाए नहीं सर, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव काम इतना ज्यादा, रिसर्च पे टाइम नहीं है. फिर भी मैं बोलता हूँ आधा घंटा निकालिए, कुछ पढ़ लीजिए. आजकल तो सब कुछ फ्री है, ओपन एक्सेस है. कोई चीज मेरे को चाहिए, मेरा मदद चाहिए, आई एम ऑलवेज फॉर यू. लेकिन थिंकिंग स्किल को डेवलप करने के लिए आपको अकेले में जाना बहुत जरूरी है. आप सोचिए, उसने आज रुद्र सर ने ये वर्ड मेरे को बोला है बार बार, क्यों बोला, इसके पीछे क्या कारण है? देयर इज अ पर्पस. इट इज नॉट अ प्रेजेंटेशन, rather it is a discussion. I hope I am fulfilling your thing and something new thing, takeaways you are taking from this session, and make use of it directly without any thinking. Directly apply. Suppose you have some class, you take that class very freely, and you will see student will love you. That is the one thing which I would like. So these are the 3 types of curricula, guys: mainstream curriculum, hidden curriculum and null curriculum. तो इससे आपको थोड़ा आइडिया लग जाएगा कि करिकुलम भी कई तरीके के होते हैं, बट आपको देखना है, चॉइस इज योर्स, वेयर यू वांट टू डू फॉर दिस. इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ टीचर एजुकेशन, ये भी आप चलते हैं. टीचर्स आर मेड नॉट बॉर्न. ये भी चीजें होना बहुत जरूरी है. कंटिन्यूअस एवर इवॉल्विंग एंड डायनामिक प्रोसेस. हमेशा रोज जन्म लीजिए, रोज मरिए, काम कीजिए. यू नो, enjoy, you know, I spend time in my office alone, prepare something, read something like this. You know, that is my life. So I can share, you know, my pedagogy, you know, theory and some experience. What, and I'm not saying it is the best one. I'm not saying it is the worst one. Whatever is from, everything is from my heart. Whatever I'm doing, I just share with you. And these are the 5 common teaching styles, guys. Authority or lecture style, demonstrator or coach style, facilitator activity style, delegator or group style, or blend style. Choose whatever you feel like and make it happen. Create the magic in your classroom. That is the purpose of Madam Shubhangi, administration, organizers, resource persons, everything. I think our common goal is this. So adopt any teaching style out of this and you can do this. These are the different taxonomy. I'm not putting this. So I think I'm done with this. This is the LMS. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. बहुत कुछ, इतनी चीजें जो इतने सारे कंफ्यूजन्स थे वो आज आपने दूर कर दिए हैं. टीचर स्टूडेंट सेंटर्ड क्रिटिकल पेडागोगी, टीचिंग वर्सेस फैसिलिटेटिंग चीजें आपने बताई, टर्म पेपर के बारे में बताया, पावरफुल मेथोडोलॉजीज बताई आपने, इफेक्टिव टीचिंग एंड लर्निंग मेथड्स बताई, सो मेनी थिंग्स, फुल ऑफ बकेट ऑफ फ्लावर. तो सर, बंच ऑफ फ्लावर्स, सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच. अब मैं
परेशान तो नहीं हो गए? पार्टिसिपेंट से पूछिए, पता नहीं परेशान तो नहीं, पैनिक तो नहीं हो गए?
बिल्कुल भी, इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड यू नो इट्स वेरी फ्रूटफुल. अभी हम लोग सब उसको फॉलो करने वाले हैं. मैं मैडम राय से रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ, हेलो मैडम राय से रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ कि वो महाविद्यालय की तरफ से वोट ऑफ थैंक्स दें. मैडम चित्रा राय.
दीपू, 1 मिनट आना.
मैडम चित्रा राय.
ओके ओके.
वोट ऑफ थैंक्स महाकौशल कॉलेज से.
आज के फैकल्टी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम के अंत में मैं प्रोफेसर रुद्र रामेश्वर, थापर इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, पटियाला, पंजाब को धन्यवाद देना चाहती हूँ मेरी और महाविद्यालय परिवार की ओर से कि उन्होंने पेडागोजिकल मेथड्स के बारे में जो कुछ बहुत सारी बातें बताई, 10 प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ इफेक्टिव पेडागोजी के बताए, और आपके द्वारा जो है महत्वपूर्ण टीचिंग मेथड्स के बारे में जो जानकारी मिली, इफेक्टिव टीचिंग कैसे कर सकते हैं इसके बारे में जानकारी मिली. इसके लिए मैं आपको मेरी और महाविद्यालय परिवार की ओर से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देती हूँ. साथ ही जो पार्टिसिपेंट उपस्थित हुए उन सबको भी धन्यवाद देती हूँ. साथ ही डॉक्टर शुभांगी दगड़ को भी धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगी कि उनकी वजह से हमको आपका व्याख्यान सुनने को मिला और महत्वपूर्ण इफेक्टिव टीचिंग मेथड्स के बारे में जानकारी मिली. धन्यवाद.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you so much to everyone